Hold on. That was like, come on, hold on. Here, we're going to open these two.
Okay.
Fucking leave it in. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right, that's better.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. God damn. Ooh.
He was explaining, he's used to beer, so
Yeah.
some of those little sugar.
Look, Goose. Oh my God.
Oh man.
I don't think I've ever had one of these. What the fuck is in that?
A crack, I think.
I want a vino.
Oh, probably, yeah. If that's the Vino's one. Hold on. That it's sitting too. Maybe I'm just haven't had sugar in a while.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
That's pretty good though.
Oh yeah, they're very good. But if you're not used to sugar, your tummy is gonna
Being
not be
fancy
happy
today.
a little bit. Yeah.
Margaritas and punchy fucking mamas. And your shirt matches perfect.
Oh hell yeah. I'm eternally in dad mode. So
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I feel that. It turns out I don't need the bottle opener.
Oh man, manhanding it,
So how you been?
making it, dude. I been wrestling as much as I can this year already. Got my fucking teeth pushed in last week a little bit, which was There's a kid. He threw a crossbody from the top rope, and I was like thinking, in all my infinite wisdom,
Right.
it's like I can catch him a little high, and like because he was working on my neck the whole time or what
Okay.
have you. And I was like, if I catch him a little high, I can sell it like he hit me in the neck. That's not what happened. I was like, he hit me in the face, and I was like, I think I broke my nose. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
What does it go home? Is that what is it? To end it?
Let's go home, baby. that's
So
mine.
I do have to be forward with you. I know jack shit about wrestling.
Awesome.
That was my first time ever was at the Vino's thing. Mm-hmm. And now I'm kind of infatuated with it.
Fuck yeah.
It's insane. That was
Listening to this, you should go to Vino's.
oh yes, like let's get that on the top.
yeah,
this
on the top.
Friday,
Saturday.
This Saturday. It fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, this comes out on Tuesday. So
Okay.
and I just got back
This
in town, so I'm a
Saturday,
little disappointed.
February 4th.
Okay, you know all the details.
Yeah. This Saturday, February 4th, we've got, well, I'd say I know all the details, but,
See, I knew it.
yeah. But I was like, shit, what were the band names?
Yeah. Oh, Peach. Is it Peach Blush?
Yes, Peach Bush.
Oh, I was
Always
watching.
Tired, and there's another band, I think.
I will have it.
I tried to get Shinfo on it, but I messaged him too late.
But it's like a double event.
It's a double event.
Yeah, so the first event, it's like, each event's like a $12 ticket. And the first event is our wrestling show. Vino's presents Our Bloody Valentine. But if you spend $20, you get both tickets. So
Oh, no
the
shit.
second show is Always Tired, Surf Wax, and Peach Blush.
Okay.
And they're gonna it's Surf Wax, my bad. And they're gonna be melting some faces. I think it's gonna be fucking awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude. The breakdown's gonna be the craziest thing I've ever done though, because I think we're doing the wrestling show, tearing down the ring, get the fuck out of there, so they can.
Let's
do it.
just go to that.
Yeah.
We can talk about all the wrestling, but I want to go. All my friends, all my whole life, I've told a few stories on here. Like you just go to your buddy's house, and the whole goal is they're watching wrestling. It never really caught me. Okay,
Yeah.
I never really got the wrestling bug. Whatever. Been watching the shit my whole life, but it never. I just kind of like football to me. It's like, it's just, it's just a sport. How that ring that y'all put in me? First off, I don't know. That was fucking nutty.
Oh yeah.
But also, is that how real is that compared to something I'm watching? Like that ring, how is that compared to something that's like a little bit more like elevated? Is that pretty close to the way they're constructed?
Oh yeah, 100%. So
Really?
like basically, the details are different across the board most of the time, but it's always metal frame, wood boards over the metal frame, strap of canvas over it. That's that.
I thought that thing had like hydraulic shocks in it, big old springs. Because when you see it flex, you think, my brain thinks spring.
Right.
It's
right.
mushy. Yo, when they
No, it's
started
just-
pulling that fucking...
Plywood.
And the fucking steel beam in the middle is like curved from all the damage. I was
Yeah.
like, fuck, dude, they're really, holy shit. And you, that night,
Mm-hmm.
dude, I don't know. It's so like in person, it is truly different.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, like the story of it, it's fake. The story is a setup, but
Oh, yeah.
my God.
Well, it's theater. Like, you don't see somebody.
It is.
If you watch like Chinese theater and they're doing like martial arts and stuff, like nobody
Right.
looks at Jackie Chan and goes, "Oh, you're fucking fake.
You're
bro."
faking it,
It's like,
right?
no,
It's
Jackie
this
Chan's a
weird.
badass.
It's this weird thing, but man, in person, like, and there was one where you got where they pick you up, right, or you came down.
Oh, the top rope powerbomb.
Yes.
Yep.
Your head. I was so worried for you. I was like, oh, he's gonna die. He's gonna fucking die. We're watching a death. And I was fucked up, dude. Dude, there's videos of me. I am just screaming. Like, actually, when you walk past me, I'm like, fuck you.
That fucking rules.
Yeah. Kurt got me fucking blasted on liquor and then took me to a wrestling event. It was fucking. I did. I'm trying to throw it on him.
Got to own our actions, sir.
That I had this video VHS copy of the movie Holes, and I kept walking around asking everyone if they wanted to see my holes, and it was like in my coat, and I would just pull it out.
That rocks.
I was having a good fucking time.
Hell yeah, dude.
How the fuck?
How do we get here?
Are you part of the team that? Are you just a wrestler? Are you like in a team of some people who throw events, or because I know Buddy and Chris.
So right now, it's really just the Central Arkansas scene that's kind of getting like this, where us wrestlers have sort of taken it upon ourselves of like, there's fucking nothing here.
That's how it works, dude.
You know,
yes.
like, let's make it happen.
DIY as fuck, punk rock shit. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Right now, like the main, I think, so in Sherwood, there's CKW, which like that's their own thing. They run it like
a real thing.
Yeah, it's high quality, high production.
So this isn't just like fractions of a state. This is like city to city differences.
Yeah.
Shit.
And sometimes it's like that. Like I know when I first got started, it felt like East Arkansas and West Arkansas was like really the only difference. This is East Arkansas crews like this, West Arkansas crews like that. That's it.
Okay.
Now it started to kind of branch a little bit because so the athletic commission used to have a hand in pro wrestling, so you had to pay all this licensing fee bullshit to run a show.
Is that why it all went to the backyard and shit?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. In a lot of places, it still is because
makes
the athletic
sense.
commission's still in. Like Missouri, it's a pain in the ass to be a wrestler.
I could see that.
But once that licensing went away and it's gone, everybody and their mother can open a wrestling show, which is cool in some ways and not so
Except for
cool.
like insurance, and people, broke necks and arms and shit.
Yeah.
Or getting a fucking piece of metal or a pizza stapled to your fucking forehead.
And Eli rules for that, by the way.
Dude, he rules unbelievable.
Oh,
That literally happened in my crotch. Like I was standing there, I couldn't back up, and his head, and I was like, oh, fucking shit. And he just, clink, clink, that pizza slice to his, I mean, dude, unfucking believable.
Dude.
How does that compare? Because again, my first time ever, how does that, because if that's the normal shit, I'm fucking out of my mind. I know the death match is probably not a normal thing.
Right.
I was explained that that's kind of like someone's see you later. It's kind of like a love note to bye-bye or something.
That's what ours was structured like a little bit
Okay.
because Eli was looking at hanging up the boots
Right.
for wrestling.
Right.
And that's his favorite style of wrestling. But deathmatch wrestling, there's shows that's their entire thing.
So that is just a
Match
thing.
to match. Yeah. Like if you look at, I think the biggest name doing it now is GCW. You'll go and see they're traveling all over the country. And it's like, yeah, we staple shit to our face.
That's like
for
what's
money.
his name? This puppet sock, Mankind.
Yeah, dude.
It's kind of like his shit.
I mean,
Foley.
McFoley, yeah, he fucking inspired that entire run, I think.
He was just here.
Yeah, just, he was
At the
just
thing, right? He was at the thing, right? McFoley was at.
Like Comic-Con or something?
Oh,
That's it.
gotcha. Yeah, that rocks.
I would have never thought of Comic-Con. Dude, that's fucking crazy. So how does that event compare to like most events? Was
So-
that truly out of just unhinged fucking chaos?
I think a little bit, yeah. I think so the Vino stuff, it's Buddy and Chris are kind of
Which they're already a fucking wild boys.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're the wildest boys.
they're handling Vinos and stuff like that, handling the business end, and they just kind of came to me and were like, can you help us with the wrestling? So it's the three of us that are putting these things on.
Yes.
And I think all of us have the attitude of like, fuck it, let's match what Vino's energy is rather than just another pro wrestling
I don't know that
show.
you can escape it.
No.
I think once you get in there and you have this idea, it kind of just becomes its own fuck it. You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Because you get in there and you're just absorbed by that energy of like everybody that's come before
It's
you.
in the walls.
Yeah. It rocks, man. I remember being upset at a few of my friends because I didn't find out what Vino's was until I met Buddy and Chris. And I'm a wrestler that's traveling all over like the South area of the States. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm barely at home anyway, even though I've lived in Little Rock for like
Are you making a
3 or 4
living
years.
off this?
No.
It's like, damn.
I wish.
Is it hard? Is it really hard to do that? Is that like you're only the guys on TV are the ones really?
No, it's not true.
Okay.
So like you don't have to only be the guys on TV, but to be the guys making a living, and
Right.
especially a comfortable one.
Right.
TV helps, man.
I mean, of course. I'm thinking comfort as in like my version of comfort and what some people's version of comfort. Like I don't need much. I really just need my bills paid. You know.
Yeah,
so if
me
I can
too.
make like $2,000-ish to like pay my bills and like have a little fuck around money, like $2,000 a month would be like the most ideal situation in the world.
Yeah.
So like that's not a lot of money. I don't feel like.
No,
Maybe it is. I don't know.
nowadays
But by
especially.
today's standards, I feel like that's not too much.
That's fucking rent for some people, man.
Oh, dude, I know.
Yeah.
That's car payments for some people. And I
Yeah.
fucking know a guy's car payment's $1,700. And I'm like, on what fucking planet?
Oh my god.
Driving a Rolls Royce, you got royally fucked.
It's just the modern day pricing of vehicles, dude. It's just they're that fucking expensive. It's
Yeah.
crazy. He bought one of these pandemic vehicles and just got, what's $100,000?
Anything and everything was like $20,000 more.
Did literally
Oh.
$100,000 car, truck.
God damn.
Truck. Truck. Fucking no thanks.
Yeah, couldn't be me.
I mean, he can afford it. Don't get me wrong. It's really not that big of an issue for him. But I'm like, hey, can
But
you
us
just
normal
drive a
people-
lesser car and maybe just like pay my bills? So I can do this full fucking time.
Oh, that'd be great. Dude, I'll put it to you this way. I've been wrestling however many years it's been since 2016. So that's when I got started.
10?
Since
No, not 10.
no.
No.
6, 7 years.
6 years.
So, been wrestling since then.
It's a long time.
Just this month, I paid my internet and my phone bill with wrestling, and I was like, "Fuck
Yo,
yeah!" Was like-
that's what's up.
Yeah, and I was like, "That's my okay." I had a victory. I still need a day job, but like, oh
That's a
shit,
victory, dude.
yeah, dude.
Next step is rent, or maybe electric even.
Oh my
Because
god,
electric bills are kind of insane.
Oh yeah, kind of.
Mine was because of the cold snap, and I have like space heaters. It was $500 electric bill. Most of the time, mine are $90. And I was like, well, I'm not prepared for that.
No,
That's insane.
Yeah.
But they had to run like 24/7. You know, it was just fucking zero outside.
yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna wake up dead.
Dead, yeah. Frozen little chunk.
Yeah, it's like the end of The Shining. Or
Yeah.
fuck.
6 years. So I assume you grew up with this, right? This has been a passion.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Dude, I
I don't know that anyone was like, I want to fall down on my head a lot for no money.
Right.
And it not be like a lifelong passion.
dude.
Maybe someday it'll pay my electric bill.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna be a little carny, and I'm just gonna make some money.
There you go.
Like, yeah, no one's ever said that.
Yeah. Yo, I smoked weed with a carny in a $20 a night hotel once, and that was a weird situation.
Hell yeah. That sounds like a great time.
Yo,
honestly.
I was terrified.
That's how you know he's a good carny.
That's a real fucking story too, dude. Like a park carny, not a good carny, like a park
yeah.
carnival carny.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah, you know that was a good weed.
He was
too.
terrifying. No, we got him the weed. That's what he
Oh,
needed.
no.
And then
Oh,
he was
dude.
like, I'll come back to my hotel room and smoke with me. And I was a huge stoner at the time. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, cool, dude. And we go there, and it was not a great time. It was very awkward and weird. I probably was about to be kidnapped for sure.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that means you're gonna be in the circus now. You get to be the carny.
Oh.
Probably the attraction.
Yeah, the back behind the scenes attractions.
Chatty man.
Come see this man's podcast.
Yeah.
Live
Yeah.
in person.
A hipster carnival, bro.
Hey, I'm telling you, some future generation of us will be watching holograms of two people sitting at the table talking and be like, this is how they communicated. Because they forgot what it was about.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a weird thought.
So, like, lifelong, as in, like, so what era? I don't even know how old you are. So,
26.
so you're like the attitude era, is that right?
yeah, like tail end of
The
it.
rock and shit?
Yeah, tail end of it, but like Whew, I was a poor kid. Grew up on VHS tapes. So
Straight up.
like,
So you
I
got in
wasn't
more the
current.
older shit.
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
I wasn't current, and I always thought wrestling was cool.
Like Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan and
My first thing I ever watched wrestling, it was some WC, I think it was Super Brawl or something like that. The main event was Big Van Vader and Sting in a
Damn.
strap match. They had this like leather strap tied to their wrists, and they're beating the shit out of each other with it.
Fuck yeah.
Whoa! But like that wasn't my. I'm going to be a wrestler. That
Right.
came with Mick Foley years later.
Really?
Yeah.
Mick Foley, there you go.
Yeah. So watched the Hell in a Cell match, and that which like everybody.
I
like,
think everyone's seen that one.
Yeah,
That's like
you
that
don't have to
iconic-
be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what wrestling is, but I saw that fat guy get thrown off a building. That's awesome.
Chain link building at that. Yeah.
yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. But that wasn't like what captured me. So like, being a poor kid, going to school or whatnot, you know what that's like.
Very
You've
much.
gotten hit a couple of times or dozens of
buddy.
times. So being a young kid, going through it at home and going
Scrapping.
through it at school.
Oh, really? Rough
And,
home life?
Yeah. And seeing Mick Foley go through all that shit, and he has that really cool moment where his like tooth got knocked through his lip and into his
And he's-
nose, and he's just he turns to the camera and he's smiling. I was like, "That's a
That's
fucking
it.
man!"
Oh, dude, yeah.
I was like, "Yeah." So I wanted to be that guy ever since.
You should
Like,
get that
was-
tattooed like right here.
Oh,
Just
dude,
that
yeah.
fucking snaggletooth just poking through
No,
his
dude, I'll
shit.
get that on my ass.
Just right on the cheek. Just Foley smiling at you. Dude.
And that's how my boyfriend left me every night.
You did what?
I wouldn't tell it.
Could you fucking imagine, dude?
It was like, let's get down and dirty, honey. Drop my pants. Oh,
Just
what the
Mick Foley staring back at him with a fucking weird thing. Holy fuck. That's sitcom level funny. That's hilarious, dude. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my goodness. And then, so from my clip it. Holy fuck, dude. That's so funny. Just the thought. Honey.
What's going on back here?
Oh my fucking God. I'm crying laughing. Oh shit. All right. Oh, what are we, 7 minutes in? We're good. We're good.
We got our big laugh.
Oh my fuck. Anyway. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. What the?
Mick Foley said that's
yeah, that was
that's
my,
where it
like,
is. Yeah.
That was my, oh my God. It started with me wanting to just be that guy. And as I got older, I'm like, I want to give that feeling to someone else, sort of thing. Where like, you go, yeah, I'm not the only kid that's ever going to go through that.
Right.
And there's kids going through that now as we're talking.
Oh, for sure.
So if I can be that for somebody else, or that kid's like, man, I can fight another day.
Yeah. That inspiration thing.
Yeah, dude, that
that's a
rocks.
big one.
But like, it's gone a weird route because I tried the Mick Foley shit, and it turns out I'm a pussy.
Hey.
And I don't like getting
It's
cut
like
up.
that. Hey, you know what? It hurts, man.
Yeah, dude,
You know?
it sucks.
That's the weird. It's like that kid who keeps doing it for the Juggalos, the backflip kid.
Oh God, yes,
You know,
that
the
guy.
fuck this shit, and then he tumbles into a bunch of shit. Like
Yep.
and you know what? It's gonna hurt every time.
Oh, 1,000%.
Every time. It's never gonna get easier.
Bro, worst experiences ever. I did a match where they had a plywood board set between like a guardrail and the ring, so it was like tabled up with barbed wire staple gun to it. I had choke slammed through that, fell into thumbtacks, and did like some of my normal like top rope pratfalls all together in a night in 15 minutes.
Shit.
It fucking sucked.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God.
And I was like, Mick Foley was doing this every day. Like he
Every
was-
day. That's what
yeah.
people don't realize either, man. That shit is like every night.
Yeah,
They're
it's-
going night, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, because like even if it's not on TV, you're still making local house shows, especially at that point. I think
Oh my
that's slowed
God.
down in the modern day, but back in the day, it was like you wrestled 7 days a week,
Yeah.
and it's insane.
Oh, they're
if
filling
you
up
did that.
arena. I mean, they're still doing. They're filling up arenas.
Yeah,
But it's affordable. It's high quality entertainment.
Oh, yeah.
Now that I know this, I definitely want to go see one of the bigger ones to kind of like compare and contrast the way the two things operate. But I mean, that shit spoke to my soul in that room because I was just like, this is fucking insane.
Yeah,
I
dude.
told everyone, I was like, you missed that. This fucking Friday better be turning people away.
Oh, dude,
It's
yeah.
so bonkers. you can't describe it. How? Because like I walked in and I'm like, there is a full size. I've been going to Vino's for 20 some odd years, and I'm like, there's a full size. I've never seen that. And then you look up and there's like this tarp and shit and like some duct tape, and you're like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden it is pure chaos for the whole time too. Everybody, every performer, wrestler brought all the heat. Everyone did fucking amazing. The matches were crazy as fuck, and everyone, like, I didn't know who to cheer for and tell them fuck off. So my buddy was just like telling me in my ear, we hate this one. Okay. You know, Alex, shout out Alex. He'll probably be doing the same shit this one because I don't know. And just the whole thing. The whole fucking, and then the band at the end ripped too. Did you stay and watch the band?
Yeah, dude. I was listening to them while I was taking down the ring. And as soon as we got, what I really loved so much, which I'm hoping we see again a little bit at this next show.
Yeah.
The crowd kind of just all moved to the other end of the ring so they can get like right up on the band while we took the ring down.
Yes.
I was like, that had to have been awesome for that band. They're like, there's people that are fighting to get around these wrestlers taking down a ring to watch us.
I don't get
That's
jealous often of what people are doing. That low key, I was like, damn, I wish I was playing this show. Like, I was like, this is fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, man. Like I don't know. I think everything hit on all cylinders that round. Like
Yes.
I put the card together and I knew like the great thing about running your own shit is you're buddies with everybody. So like I was like,
that is the best part.
oh yeah. Right. So I was like, all right, all these guys, I know who's gonna work together and put together like the best performances and best stories for tonight. And I had like this level expectations and they all level performed. I'm like, oh good God. Our opening match.
Yeah.
With Buck and Grayson Beckett.
Yes.
Man, was not like I expected something good. I didn't expect that. They blew it off.
There was like a high energy situation, and everyone just, once it started, like I'm telling you, and it just kept, it was one of these, just linear, just up the whole time. It never fell down. Like nothing ever dropped the ceiling, you know? It just, and then even Buddy, like they had to follow that crazy bloodbath and still come out, fuck you, and they're telling everyone fuck you, and I'm watching them, I'm like
Slamming beers together.
slamming beers, but they were also like thumbing into a can, like here, you drink it, like forcing it on people, like you drink this.
Dude, did you see their video they put together for this coming show?
I think so.
It was like an old Twisted Sister video where it was just like them like, we gotta teach these nerds how to fucking party.
Go in the house and shit. Yes.
That
Or
ruled,
shitting or whatever at the beginning. It's fucking
It's part of a no dumping sign.
dude. If anyone wants a good laugh, they should go to like the death, because they have Death Metal Dicks also. They should go to their Facebook and just look at their promo videos.
Oh my God.
Their promo videos are so top notch, insane.
Yeah.
There's one where somebody's like the devil and Buddy shits out two giant 20, and they covered him in chocolate to look like shit. Like and they rocket it out of his ass. Like it looks like it's rocketing out of his ass, and they catch him and they drink him. Dude, they're so good at what they do.
Oh, they rule. They absolutely rule. That was actually a really weird, like a coincidence meeting with them. So the guy that runs the show I'm champion at in Hot Springs, is a dude they got their start at with wrestling, and one of their close friends, Mark Sniff, who runs the Arkansas Grappling Club. If anybody wants to come see that in Little Rock, I was taking a class from him, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class, and he's going like, hey, I've got some friends that are going to be doing their first wrestling show. You should check them out. And he shows me the poster, and I'm like, I'm on that poster too. What's going on? I've never seen it.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, yeah, I'll see them this weekend and see what's up. And how have I never seen these guys before? They're like 8 feet tall. And
they're scary
built
humans.
like gorillas.
Yes. No, they are gorillas.
Yeah. I was like, these guys are awesome. What's up? But, like, it's wrestling, so I can run into these guys, and these guys could either be uber dorks or dicks or what have you, and it's Buddy and Chris. I was like,
they are so their self. It's unbelievable.
It ruled. As soon as like we actually had to sit down and meet, I was like, oh, you guys are going to be a fixture in my life for the rest of my life. Yeah, for sure. That was a crazy meeting of just, like, all of these things. Like, how have I not met you before? How have I not been in this, like, seen before. It's weird,
They're
but
going to create it for sure. Like they're going to
Yeah.
come in and just inject all their personality into the thing. And look, I mean, the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people know who they are already, but it's when they touch something, it's usually, it's wild. It's always going to be wild as fuck because that's the only ideas they have are wild ones. Like, and it's going to be, it's like missing it generally, like just don't. Like even I went to their live podcasts at Vino's and it's insane.
oh yeah, I've heard some stories of just pure debauchery and
Like,
bullshit
yes.
going on.
Showing the most fucked up shit, like half cut and half bodies and shit, and you're just like, what the fuck am I watching? And everyone's just kind of sitting there, just there's a headless woman there.
Dude, so apropos for being on this podcast, I watched your episode you had with Buddy, and
In his shed on the dirt floor.
and he talks about they did a bit for Death Metal Dicks where it was like, yeah, we watch weird porn
Yeah.
and review it, and they were talking about a guy that fucks food,
Yes.
particularly a baconator.
Yes.
Whoa!
I mean, we've all had that.
Oh yeah, of course. You taste the baconator, you're kind of gonna want to fuck it. You know. It's got a lot of grease, kind that's already kind of like
man.
lubricated. Like it's all primed for the fucking.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah, huh? See? Baconator, the fucking. A twisted tail.
I've never been more hard than I am right now thinking about baconators.
Baconators, man. I'm so fucking turned on. That greasy bitch. Oh. No, dude, buddy messaged me and he was like, put this person on your podcast is done. Because if he says it, it's.
Oh,
you
shit.
thingy?
I'm good.
Okay.
I just got delicate, dainty little hands.
It's fine. Mine are covered in scars from. Oh, look, it's opened.
Oh,
That's
shit.
good.
You got man
My
hands.
dog. No, my dog. Every morning, like, puts his hand. I don't, foot paw on my and just like does one of these things and like pushes his nose up in my face.
Build shit for a living.
That's true too.
Forget that part.
Well,
Yeah.
he opened it up this morning because that's what woke me up. I was like, because I sleep on the edge of the bed because I'm married and go fucking figure.
Yep.
That's where you live now. And so he did, he does his morning routine and it just fucking, I'm like, God damn. And he's like, what? And I'm like, it's fine, dude. But like, fuck, that's one hell of a way to wake up. It's just like in pain. Fucking shit. It's like when something falls on you in your sleep. You ever had that happen? Like something nearby on a mantle of some sort and it just fucking think and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, full like World War II flashback.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, buddy, man, I can't say enough good things about him. He's one of those people. I have a group of Hot Springs friends that in any instance of any time of life, if they call, I'm there. Like,
fuck
and
yeah.
he's one of them. Like, there's like 5 or 6 of those dudes that are just so incredible. I love his energy so much.
Same.
It's unbeatable.
Dude, that's why I'm so on board with doing this thing with wrestling with all of them.
Right.
Because, like, again, I was talking earlier about the Central Arkansas scene. We've got kind of like 3 fixtures, and one of us are kind of just becoming it with Vino's. But you've got, like, what I'm doing with Hell Patrol, Buddy and Chris.
Right.
At Vino's. You've got Kay Toomer, who's running the Brothers of Four Pillars. And that was something we got going together with the Catalina Wine Mixer shows, which we run.
I need
once a
Kay
year.
on here.
Oh,
pretty bad.
dude, he would. I'll message him.
He already
yeah.
said he would do it.
Okay, great.
But I talked to him like backstage, so probably not the best spot to be like, "Hey, come on the podcast."
Yeah.
I was inebriated. I wasn't really thinking. I try
Yeah.
to keep out of, especially performance, because he's not thinking about that shit. He's thinking I'm about to staple a fucking pizza to somebody's head.
You'd be surprised. KT is one of the like most mindful people I've ever been around.
He seems legit as fuck. Like I've only known him through Facebook, and
Yeah.
that was the first time I'd ever even had words with him, like in person. So, and he's in performance mode, and I'm fucking shithouse. So probably not the best way to first time meet somebody, but I definitely want him on here because he seems like he's got all the ebbs and flows of like the industry.
Oh
thing.
yeah,
Like
so from what I understand, and he'll be able to tell you better, obviously.
Yeah.
But KT worked in music, like in our local scene, for years before he
he's
ever
got a
stepped
little
foot.
studio and shit. He still records band or
Yeah.
performance artists. I don't know
Yeah.
if he does bands, but I don't know.
But he did that for years, then started wrestling. So by the time he already got into wrestling, he's like, I already know what show business is. I know what this bullshit is.
Right.
And he could see through everybody. And so that was kind of like a lot of us just kind of flocked to him. It was like, all right, we're all going to be buddies now. I'll teach you how to wrestle if you'll teach me how to not get taken
fucked over.
advantage
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And so that's kind of been our little dynamic. And he's been like that with a lot of people.
It's kind of cool. That's literally the music industry that, like, it's why you always see it crop up in places. It's just that.
Right.
He just showed me a video of some kids playing in fucking Cersei. It was like literally children,
shit.
yeah, and like, and it's a full fucking room
Yeah.
at a church school, at a school like community center. It's fucking people are going batshit bonker in Cersei.
Yeah.
I've played in Cersei. No one showed up. No one.
No,
You know,
well,
it was 20 years
Because that's
ago.
how many people live there.
But exactly, yeah. But they found a way, and without, because you know their parents ain't bringing them to the fucking city every time they want to go do something. But
Yeah.
maybe a few. But they find each other, and you know through years and yeah, and then finally they throw in some event and some fucking thing, and it goes the fuck off, unbelievable. So now you have. Who knows? Cersei in 5 years might be a fucking hub. It's like, yeah, we do Little Rock, Conway, Cersei. Like that's a sick weekend or whatever,
yeah,
or a
that'd be
sick
great.
month.
That'd be great. The more hubs we got, the better shape
Yes.
we're going to be, I'm sure.
But now that you can add in, like, Arkansas has this unique thing where we're trying to mash it all in together, where you could have like a metal band, a hip hop act, a fucking punk rock act, and a wrestling show, and that's not weird. That's that's just fucking normal
It's just what we
Friday,
do.
you know. That's Tuesday, yeah. Like, and then the fact that you can somehow think about that and then put that in a schoolhouse in Cersei and put that in a record store in Conway, and just kind of do that all over the place.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully infinitely. You know, 'cause-
Well, that's the thing is like there's not, at least in my experience, and again, as I had said earlier, I live here, but I travel a lot, so I don't fucking.
is that a work thing?
Well, it's a wrestling thing.
Oh.
I work at UALR, so I'm just
okay.
like a measly little college guy.
Smart guy.
No, not smart. I got lucky. I got an admin job.
Oh,
right?
shit.
I do like nothing.
Yo, man, y'all got any more of them admin jobs?
Yeah, I think they do actually.
Look at my fucking hands bleeding.
Bro, it's like it's the most money I've ever made, but it's not a lot. It's like fuck it. Full disclosure, it's like 20 grand. And
That's
it's like
great.
it's not terrible,
It's
but
probably what I make, and I work my fucking ass off.
yeah, dude. And it's like, all right, this is great. I'm making more than I ever had.
Yeah.
And like I have a job I can work with a broken leg.
That's
which
pretty
is something
sick.
that I think about. I remember
Yeah, that's an odd thought. Like you have to think.
I started my first ever job. I had a radio job, and I lived in Batesville, Arkansas. I had a radio job as like the producer, so I was just a guy on the board. And my secondary thing is I just did like under the table shit for construction crews around Batesville. Just like, yeah, I'll carry this wood over here.
Sure, yeah.
Bullshit.
Clean the lot up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And so like I started with that.
Y'all are my favorite people on jobs.
Thank you. And so that was like, all right, cool. Blue collar work's just going to be what I do.
Sure.
And I moved to
That's why
security.
most blue collar guys are artists and musicians and shit, because it's like that kind of like freedom where it's like, listen, bitch, you ain't paying me insurance. I'm gonna take Friday.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. And I moved to security, and I was like, this is cool. I broke my foot a couple years ago wrestling. I did. It was just total. I still don't know what happened.
Just got stomped on probably.
No, I did this move where it's called a hot shot, where
Okay.
guy A, which is me, is on the outside of the ring, like on the apron, and guy B reaches over the ropes to pull guy A into the ring, but guy A grabs guy B around the neck and guillotines him on the top rope and drops to the floor.
Damn.
So it's a super safe, like you see it 1,000
Super
times
safe, he
thing,
says.
and compared to the other shit I do,
Yeah.
but it's done it 1,000 times. You've seen it 1,000 times. You've watched wrestling, but somehow, however I landed when I hit my both feet touched the floor, my right foot just went and it shattered. So I had to work this security job on my feet with a broken foot,
Hobbling around on a cane or some shit.
with a cane, the boot, full gimmick. And I
Yep.
was like, I gotta get a desk job. This is bullshit.
Right. God, I didn't think about that. You like snap your leg, you look at it, and you're like, thank God I'm an admin.
Dude, whenever I got hit in the face this past weekend and I had like my teeth all fucked up, I'm like, I'm so glad I worked at a desk.
Hurts hearing it, man. Your teeth.
Yeah, no, I've eaten mashed potatoes for the last week and only mashed potatoes.
Oh no,
Yeah,
that sounds
dude.
terrible.
Dude, it's
Like mashed potatoes are awesome, but only like twice a week, maybe.
Yeah.
You know?
As a side,
Sure,
and not the
you
full
know,
meal.
yeah. The full meal. You're like, how many ways can we make these fucking things? I don't know. More garlic.
Dude, I had a match. I had 2 matches last weekend. Saturday was when I fucked my mouth up. Sunday, I just had to survive, right?
You had to do it again.
Oh, yeah.
Damn,
And, well, luckily, I was
you
working
really
with,
are in the shit. Wow.
I was working with this guy, Laurentis X, and he is a consummate professional.
What's his name?
Laurentis X. His gimmick is he's this like luchador guy.
Okay.
And he's got this other mask with him that contains like 20 spirits or what have you.
Okay.
And he can get possessed by a different one, and each spirit gives him like a different thing in the ring. It's really fucking cool.
That seems like something a character from Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah,
Like, that sounds like a
100%, 100%. That's the thing about wrestlers is we're all fucking nerds. So like,
Y'all really do get nerdy as fuck.
Yeah,
on that
dude.
Shit. I was having a couple conversations with people in the crowd between matches, and shit was a little fucking hysterical. I was like, I don't think I'll get that deep.
no, that's fair. I'm in it, and I'm not that deep. but no, like he's got this really cool thing, and he's a consummate professional. So I was like, I know this guy's gonna take care of me and not make anything worse.
Right.
But fuck, what am I gonna do to fuck this up? Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we got through it, and my buddy Cody and I, he was also working that show. We're like, hey, we're in Fayetteville. Let's get Whataburger before we go home. And I just remember like crying, eating a Whataburger. It's like my teeth hurt so bad, but it's so good.
Yo, I just had Whataburger. Shout out to their fucking chicken strip barbecue Swiss sandwich.
hell yeah.
Holy fuck.
Bro, sweet and spicy bacon burger all the way.
Okay,
Like, that's
I'll
the
try
one.
that next.
Oh,
I'll try that
yeah.
next. I don't ever get to eat there that often because you
Same.
know they only exist in Fayetteville and Texas. So
Yeah. There's a cool
we used to
one
have
in-
one here, but it closed down.
I think we're supposed to get one in
We are.
Sherwood.
Yeah.
But no, there's a cool one in Alabama. So a lot of my out of state work is in Georgia.
Okay.
So we'll stop at I think Leeds, Alabama.
Yeah.
There's a Buc-ee's and a Whataburger.
Of course there is.
And it's
of
like
course.
fuck yeah, it's a wrestler's paradise.
I just saw a horrifying car accident in front of the Buc-ee's in Texas.
Ooh.
Horrifying. Coming home, it was like someone had clearly cut off a semi truck to get to the Buc-ee's like an asshole.
Yikes.
And it was, man.
in the semi truck one.
Dude, yeah. I don't know who won what because they were both. I mean, the whole situation. I mean, I was at like dead stop for like one of those like 2-hour joints where you're just sitting there going, someone is 100% dead.
Oh,
You know,
man.
it was one of those things. And then you get to it and you're like, oh fuck, someone like actually probably dead. Damn.
And that's why I don't fucking drive.
Oh, you don't?
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
I Ubered here.
No, I know. I was like, that's a first.
Yeah.
But I figured you probably just live close or something, or y'all
I
were
do.
like a one car family or whatever.
I live like right off Cantrell. So
Oh,
like,
it's like not far at all.
yeah, not far at all.
3 houses up on the left.
Yeah.
I'm actually your neighbor.
Cool, dude. You want to do segments?
Fuck yeah.
Patreon. Oh yeah. Speaking of Patreon, I don't even know what it is. Crashcast.
Just crash gas.
Did we put the pot on there? I don't remember either.
Oh man,
I'm not good at promoting anything, dude.
I feel that, bro. I got
just
friends
get
for
to-
that.
Yeah, I just get to talking and forget, and then it's like at the end of the thing, and you're like, "Which one's that one?"
Tiger's blood.
Tiger's blood.
Oh yeah.
This Bahama Mama.
Oh yeah, Bahama Mama rocks. They've got like a variety pack of those because like my boyfriend's favorite place in town is Lost 40, so like
Okay.
we'll go there like once every
That's
other week.
where this is from.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll get like a pack of those and like I'll demolish them.
The food is good,
I learned about.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
right? What?
I learned about these at Vino's.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I saw
Like,
this
oh,
though.
This is Lost 40. I was like, this is Lost 40.
I remember.
All right.
I remember seeing the can. That's where I was when I saw that.
I'd rather have this than like a White Claw or something like
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Makes you
sure.
feel like less of an asshole.
Yeah. For sure. Also, this one's. I mean, this thing hit like a fucking freight train when I drank it the first time.
Oh yeah.
This Tiger
You were like full goosebumps having a stroke over there.
Dude, I mean, well, when you don't have something for a while,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you just,
I know the moment I have solid food again, I'm gonna come like
yeah.
right
Oh,
immediately.
dude, I can't do mashed potatoes that's too long. I'd like, can we have Jello tonight? Just eating pounds of Jello, something.
Dude, that'll be that's my life up until Wednesday. Wednesday, I've got my next dentist appointment, and my lady can finally tell me if I'm in the clear or not.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you're not? Like, no hex or voodoo, like
Oh,
knock
shit.
on wood, but like,
Dude, well, I mean, I'm feeling better. Like I can. The first couple days, it hurt to talk. Like
Okay.
it's just my 2 front teeth. They're like a little loose in my face, and they got pushed back a little bit. But like they put a stent in my mouth and they reset. So like everything's cool.
so they're just trying to re-adhere to the.
Yeah, but which are fine now. They don't feel loose anymore. So like, I'm sure Wednesday I will be out of the dark.
That's good.
Yeah. But goddamn, bro, it was. Yeah, no. So like, it was.
I have a thing with teeth, man. That is fucking horrifying to me.
Okay, so you know what's fucked is I do too. So I typically wear a mouth guard,
And
I didn't bring my medical bag with me because CKW is right down the road from my house, and I was like, I'm working with a new kid. It's like his 5th match, and I know it'll be like a follow the leader kind of thing. And I'm a safe guy, so we'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
And he was. The kid was fine. But me, I'm a fucking moron. No, and like he was Austin Ray. He was a nice kid. He was super apologetic and professional backstage. But I was like, that's not your fault at all, man.
Yeah.
You jumped through the air. I'm the dumbass that caught you with his face. At first, I thought my nose was broken. So like we came up.
Don't you hate when that shit happens?
Yeah, and I was like, fuck. And I tried to close my mouth, and I couldn't close my mouth because my bottom teeth and my top teeth like were chattering.
Fuck.
And I went, uh-oh. And I just, luckily, it was like near the end of our match anyway, but I looked at it, I was like, we're going home. And I didn't know how rough I looked, but he looked at me and he went, yep.
Oh, no.
And I remember we got to our finish, and I was seeing like little red dots hitting the mat in front of me, and I was like, oh, no.
Oh, my God, dude. That is fucking me up right now.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Oh, my God.
And so like the ending sequence, we had to further put over Laurentis again. So he's supposed to come out, make this like distraction save or whatever, because like him and I are fighting each other at CKW a lot, right?
Are you the heel?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm a villain through and through.
Right. Yeah.
So like, if you got Dollar Tree William Regal, I'm your guy, you know. But like, fucking Laurentis comes out and he's supposed to like stop an argument between me and Austin by the end of the match, and then I'm being a little bitch, so he knees me in the face. And that's our segment we've got planned. Laurentis took a look at me, and he was like, I could see him contemplating, like, so we got to do this segment. But fuck. And he threw the knee, and I sold it, and I don't think he could have been a football field away from me.
Right.
But like we got it enough, the audience reacted to it like, oh, he got knocked out.
Oh, so this happened in front of people? This wasn't like a practice thing? Holy shit.
People. And so like he threw the knee, and I was like, oh, he never touched my face, thank God. Like I hope he did, like he's supposed to do like some kind of AEW thing coming up, and I really hope he gets that job, because that dude is
AEW, man, they're
pro.
fucking blowing up.
Yeah, they are. It's a good alternative. I mean,
absolutely.
And it's a
there should be.
It's a similar vein to what we've got going, except we don't have a billionaire behind us.
Well,
but it's like wrestlers.
Hey, one guy goes up.
Yeah.
It's like, well, hey, there's this wild ass shit happening in Little Rock.
Well, and that's the thing, is like that's what I love so goddamn much is I think, especially I look at KT and myself, we come from the same place, and those people were like really. I mean, you know how show business is.
Sure.
We were under their thumb in a big bad way, and we didn't know any better. Well, I say I didn't know any better.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, what the fuck do we do? KT's plotting in the background, and then finally we get together, and now Central Arkansas is kind of boosting up a little bit, because it's just a bunch of disgruntled wrestlers like, we could blackjack and hookers, motherfucker.
We're the fucking pirates of wrestling in Little Rock.
Yeah, dude. It's nice.
Fucking old wrestle pirates.
And like, it's so cool.
But you're making a fucking stink and a scream, like everyone left that motherfucker talking, hey, y'all got to see this shit.
And bro, and that's my favorite thing, because I know for a fact there's somebody that was like, all right, I got $10 to just blow, and that's it, because I'm living stretched thin.
Right.
I want something special, and they paid their $10, and they didn't regret it.
You cannot tell me there is a better way to spend fucking $10 than whatever that was.
Oh yeah, no, and that's my.
I've never
goal.
spent $10 and felt more satisfied. Like there's no way.
No, fuck yeah, dude. And that's the thing, is like, there's a lot of lame stuff out there, and whether it's people trying and failing, or
which is
what
fine.
have you. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Trying and
but
failing is
I've been
one
on
thing.
plenty of shows where it's not trying and failing. They're just like, we
Right,
gotta get
just
through another show,
the
brother.
pretentiousness of it all.
Yeah, and it's like, this fucking sucks. So like, it's so, I don't know, it's so rewarding to be like, all my friends and myself are putting a show together, and we have an audience, and that audience like isn't disappointed. They're not jaded. They're going, oh man, this fucking rocks. Hey, you come on over to watch this cool thing that's happening. That's a good feeling.
Right.
Because they like it, we like it, everybody's happy.
Is there like some like wicked goal to have like y'all's own facility? It's like, is that a thing where there's like there's a music venue? Mm-hmm. Is there a wrestling venue? Is that a thing?
Dude, in this area, the closest thing I can think of is CKW.
So it's a real fucking place with like people. They have events.
Yeah, so it's this little place in Sherwood. They have a wrestling school there.
Okay,
so it's like where people go to train, learn how to be wrestlers, or hone up their shit.
And they have events.
And they run events out of there.
How about that shit?
Yeah, dude. And it's a really high quality production. And CKW is super cheap to go to. If you're an audience member, I think the last ticket I was on was like $10, $12, something that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's for the whole show. It's
Yeah.
like multiple
matches.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's a fully, like, they record it like it's TV because I think their students work there. If you train at 501's Bumps and Bruises, I think is the school, you, like, train up to work on that show.
Oh.
And they hire other wrestlers like myself who have been, like, seasoned, and they come in and help the students kind of thing.
Okay, so, like, you're filming it, they're watching it. Like,
yeah.
And they're learning the whole backwards and forwards side of the industry.
Yeah. And the audience gets to see it all.
That's pretty
develop
cool.
out like that. Yeah.
They put that shit on YouTube or anything like that?
It's
like, where does it end up? Or is it just for training
I don't know,
purposes?
because they only send me the raw footage. I haven't seen, like, the full
show. Cuts, production. Well, interesting.
Yeah, dude. So, like, that's, if somebody's like, oh, man, I want to know, like, the scene right now. Right. CKW is the best establishment I think we've got. Because, like, what I'm doing with KT and what I'm doing with Hell Patrol, we're all still trying to, like, grow and figure it out. We're like little punk rock shows, which nothing wrong with that. I love being the little punk rock guy.
Yeah, of course.
But CKW is the, like, if we get local TV, that would be the first place that gets it kind of thing. Oh, yeah. They're loaded with, like, talent and
they have the means. The one having a building is a huge fucking
huge.
That's like the biggest asset is just a simple space.
I remember for the first Catalina wine mixer, KT and I had a card.
Fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Fuck yeah, the Catalina wine. So KT and I, we had a card. We knew which of our friends we were going to hire. We knew which of guys that, like. So the first one we hired these guys from Georgia called Exotic Youth, who might not, like, be my close best friends, but I'm friendly with them, and they are some of the best talents I've ever been around. So it's like, oh, yeah, we're going to send a pretty penny to those boys. And then we're like, cool. Do you have a building we can And he's like, no, man.
I'm going to do it outside in the cow pasture, baby.
Yeah. And so that was the biggest hurdle, was the building.
To be fair, I would like to watch a fucking wrestling match happen in like a barn or some shit.
Oh, dude. So if you're up for a drive, OCW in Hoxie, Arkansas. It's this little mom and pop wrestling show in a town of like 75 people.
Well, I mean, you just said a town I've never even heard of. So
yeah, it's a little, like, I go to Hoxie. I'll put it to you this way: HOXIE. I'll put it to you this way: first time I went there last year, it was my first, like, event going to them in years. I went with Hell Patrol buddy and Chris, and we
sounds like a place Maylene would be.
We stopped by this.
Oh shit! So that's a drive.
Oh fuck! I have a couple of stories
Missouri
about this show, actually. But the first one, just to describe to you what Hoxie is, we stopped to get some booze before the show, and Buddy gets out of the Jeep and he goes, "Huh, I feel like you could just say it here."
Buddy, dude. Oh my fucking god, dude. Oh shit. Buddy. And it's just that Buddy voice.
Yeah, dude.
I almost lost him when he went.
You did it so good. Oh my god. What the actual fuck?
So that's Hoxie, bro. But the building they use, it's a
So that's Hoxie, bro.
Yeah.
Best description of a place.
The building they use is a great little place, and it is essentially, to me at least, it feels like it was an old barn building.
Sure.
Like it's got that exact look.
Right.
But it's
Probably
like
was.
Uber cool concession stand and, like, great folks. So a lot of the same people run the show there every time.
They just got, like, repurposed or something.
Yeah, but it's like the thing to do in town. Like, if you live in Hoxie, you're like, oh yeah, on Saturdays we go and watch this wrestling show.
Oh, so it's constant.
Yeah, they run every week, which is insane to me.
That's like I-30 Speedway, baby.
Yeah, bro.
It's probably the same crowd.
Yeah. Yeah.
R.I.P. Oh yeah, fuck, dude. I drove by it the other day. Did you see it? Have you seen it? It's so sad. Like I literally went there twice in my childhood. Not my scene at all, but so many people's, right? And like it is really sad to see it being dismantled.
I could care less about the racing, but it's just sad to see some like people.
Like such a fixture, yes.
In their lives.
Like
Yeah.
that's like us losing like a prominent place.
That's like a vino shutdown.
Like
Dude.
oh, the day I heard it was on fire, I was crying. I was literally
yeah.
crying like that can't be real. That can't
Fuck,
be real.
man.
Yeah, that's fair. Twice in my memory that I can remember that it has the oven. Well, it's like you gotta clean it some, but you can't just let the dust sit on top of the fucking thing.
Oh, come on, bro. Where do you think the flavors?
Hey, I am aware of where the flavor comes from. It's from the shit, but you know the bits where the electronics are, maybe just just that one little square. You know,
shit. No, so that same show at Hoxie, just a quick another Hell Patrol little thing. So the match that we put together was FGA, is myself and like one of my best friends in the world, Cody. He's a Grayson Beck. the small guy in the first match of
Oh
Vino.
yeah.
He's one of my best friends on the planet. Sometimes I do a tag team act.
Okay.
And it's with him. It's like the only time I don't play a villain.
That's fine.
Because we're just a couple of like, we're uber fat dudes, but we call ourselves the fully gifted athletes. And that's our act, right? And so it was the FGA versus Hell Patrol. And so we put this cool little match together. It'll be like unlike anything anybody in Hoxie's seen in a minute because none of us are frequent there.
Right.
It's like, oh, this would be great. So Buddy and Chris come out and do their entrance, and we come out and do our entrance. And Buddy and Chris both pull out a tall boy and shotgun
Of
to get
course.
started. After Cody and I are like acting cowardly, and we get out of the ring like, what's going on with these guys? And we're trying to get the audience involved with this. Chris, fucking with the Might of Zeus, chucks the tall boy. It's like half drink, so there's still liquid in it. He chucks it at me and Cody, but Cody and I don't know this is coming. So instinctually we go like this and like move back. And so the beer can goes right between us, and there's this child that's standing up on a chair like, yeah, bam, right in the chest. Knocks the wind out of this little kid. Cody and I look at each other, and then we look at the kid, and then we look at the kid's dad, and the kid's dad is just sitting in his chair like, and then slowly just like, yeah! And he just like, he lets out the most fucking, man, hell yeah! and we're like, oh, we're in the clear. But also, we can't get Hell Patrol booed because they literally hit a kid and the dad cheered for it. Holy shit.
Dude, that is fucking insane. All I can think of is y'all saw that completely in slow motion, right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
That whole instance, everything happened like it just. in one
Anytime I think about it, that's all it is. It's just.
take. Have you ever seen The Campaign with Will Ferrell?
Oh, with the fucking
Where he
baby that
punches a
gets
dog
punched.
and a baby, the same shit. He just moves out of the way and there it is.
It's exactly that.
And the cheeks and shit on the baby are all fucking. There's no coming back.
There's no comeback.
Who is that? Ted Lasso? What's his name? Sudeikis.
Oh yeah, Jason Sudeikis.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh fuck, dude.
What the fuck? Yo, I kind of want to go there now.
Oh, dude, it rocks. It's a good time. It's like they do family-friendly wrestling, so there's not like the kind of crazy shit that goes down at Vino's.
Yeah.
But
Well, just the environments are. Yeah.
yeah.
Just beer back and children in the chest.
Okay,
It's
I don't.
fine.
So I haven't been given the full tea on this, but like this is like a little thing. Apparently, Buddy and Chris were like they were up there a couple weeks ago, and they sent me this in a text message. They were like, "We got in trouble, boys," because like they have a group text that's like myself and Cody and those.
And
two.
everyone's like, "We're not surprised. What is it?"
yeah. And so apparently, so you know how you just described earlier their entrance at Vino's were like here.
Yeah.
So they did that.
Underage.
I know it wasn't underage. It was just like, hey, we don't have our liquor license. You can't be handing out beer. That's what he did.
Yeah, that's a big fucking problem.
And they were like, oh shit, sorry. And they got through their match and shit. But that's something I think about often now. Is I'm like, fuck, if we're gonna do other shows together, we gotta
you
have
gotta,
like
like
there's
a
got one of the beer
clearance.
rules, brother.
Yeah, what are your beer rules?
Case of non-alcoholic beer, just in
Or
case.
that.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
you go. That's a good workaround.
Yeah. I'll have to-
Or get some fake like canned water. Liquid Death looks like beer.
Oh yeah. No, just tell
Liquid
them to
Deaths.
listen to this, and that way they have their ideas.
Just send them this clip.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
clip it and be like, "Here you go."
idea, boys. There you go, man.
Idea. You could easily get away with liquid death. I mean, that shit is straight up looks like beer,
Oh yeah, for sure, and it's just fucking water.
and it's just water, and it's really actually pretty goddamn delicious.
Oh hell yeah! Did you see they did
I
a
stole
commercial.
a bunch of it when we worked with Norma Jean.
Oh fuck yeah!
A bunch. I literally had pockets full of the shit. Kurt was like, "What the fuck?" And I just kept pulling out liquid death.
Man, he pulls like 6 of
Yes,
them.
literally.
I was like, you didn't drink any of them? He was like, no.
No, just one of them.
I think you left, like, all of them in the van. Dude.
I did.
Oh, that
Yeah, I
rocks.
fucking forgot them. Dude, it was like 4 in the fucking morning.
Oh my
We
god!
drove
From Birmingham.
probably all
way
night,
back.
all night from Birmingham, Alabama, all the way to Benton.
Jesus,
One shot. I think we literally we only stopped twice for gasoline.
fuck yeah! No, dude, that's what it. I mean, that's
It's
showbiz,
road
babe.
dog shit. Yeah.
Yep. That's like once a month for us when we go to we'll wrestle in Savannah, Georgia for Coastal Empire Wrestling.
It's
It is
pretty goddamn cool, man. Y'all fly or y'all just drive?
It's
the
a
whole way?
drive.
Wow.
So we all get off work Friday night, and then we get in the car. We head
you
to the
don't
wrestling
even
show.
take the day off.
So we get off work Friday, go to the wrestling show, which is 16 hours.
How far? That's 16 hours
with
away.
stops.
Sure.
With
But still,
stops,
fuck,
16.
dude, that's crazy.
Unpack the ring from the U-Haul, build the ring.
You bring the ring?
No. They have it, but it's like.
But
the
it's
guys,
there.
It's there.
Okay.
Yeah. Unpack the ring from the U-Haul, build it. Cody and I will get in the ring and do jiu-jitsu drills together for an hour or two. Then we'll go.
Yo,
drink-
crazy people.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy. That's fucking
We'll-
crazy. Like
we'll
that's
drink-
that's like me setting up all my shit and then going and playing drums before I go play drums. Like that's fucking
Fuck
wild,
yeah,
dude.
dude.
What
That
the
sounds
fuck?
awesome. And then we'll go drink some. So at Coastal, it's we wrestle most of the time in a brewery, which is fucking rules. Yeah, yeah. So it's because wherever they keep those whatever they call those big fucking metal canisters they make.
Oh, like the big
The
brewer.
bats.
That's like
brewer,
the vat.
okay.
Yeah.
So the room they keep that in is just this big, tall ceiling, big open.
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
area.
big,
So they just
giant.
put a ring in there and set
Those
up.
rooms are massive too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got Coastal got a food truck. I forgot what it's called, but it's a food truck we've had since the first show. We sold them out their first night, and they're like, "Fuck it, you guys are doing
Yeah.
a show. We want to be with you."
Hell yeah.
And so that's been like a partnerhood. So
Y'all do this
People-
every month?
yeah, it's a monthly thing.
We
We're
just
like-
rent a van, or do y'all have a van, or
It's our buddy Jake. It's either his car or our buddy Cody. It's his car, and we just
it's like a Suburban or something?
yeah. Well, Cody's got this little Spark that's like $20 to fill up. It's fantastic, but your knees will be in
You're
your
16
asshole.
hours in a fucking Spark. Oh no, there's no way I could.
Oh no! So I'll tell you this. Speaking of our buddy Jake, who's Matt Odom for anybody trying to follow people on social media, Jake he's fucking jacked. Like he looks like off the cover of a magazine. If you modeled a GI Joe figure, you'd probably start with Jake as like your thing.
Okay.
Right? He's a body guy, fucking huge in this little Spark. And the last few shows I've done
How
with
many?
him,
Is this a clown car situation?
oh
where-
yeah, dude. Well, because okay, so here's the thing: is everybody also has their gear bags, which Cody and I are normal people, reasonable people. We have an extra change of clothes, a Medi / deodorant and shit like that, cosmetics bag, and your wrestling gear, and that's it.
Okay.
Jake has his wrestling gear bag, a bag for 4 days of clothes. A bag for an army surplus bag
So he's
for all of
coming
his
in
Medi
hot
shit.
and with the body. And
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
Shit.
And so whoever's in the back seat is just kind of
Just
they've got
face
shit
gets
on
the
them
thing.
the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah. No. The beef jerky one. Yeah. Just sucked in the fucking car.
Yeah,
Can't
dude.
get out.
No, and it rocks. But poor Jake, the last few shows, he's been injured every time. So we're coming back home, and first time. What I just
And this
described
is in
to you.
Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah. Savannah,
Okay, I
Georgia.
gotta. If I I want to see this so badly. If I got a car and paid for gas, could I tag along on one of these?
Oh fuck yeah!
This
Yeah.
sounds insane.
Oh,
I
dude,
want to
it's great.
see this so bad.
Dude, it's great, man. And they've got some cool acts out there too.
That's
I think
and it's what y'all normally take the same people or
so. Typically, it's Jake's always going because Jake, I think, is trying to make a career out in the Georgia area.
Sure.
So he's up there
as much as I can get there. Let's get there.
Yeah,
Right.
Cody and I will tag along monthly or bi-monthly,
Okay.
but it's typically some combination of that of
is
all three of us or two of us. Always Jake. Yeah.
I mean, it just sounds fucking almost magical the way you describe
Dude,
it.
it's great, and it's well, the best part is like we're all buddies, so
In
we
a
can just
giant
like,
brewery.
hey, what's up?
And you're just fucking around, having a good time.
Road trip.
Like, but then you wrestle at the end of the fucking night. Like, what the fuck?
Imagine, like doing that and then getting back in that tiny little.
Oh yeah, no, that's the best part. So you wrestle the show, you pound some fucking colds at the bar and hang out.
Oh, you
take
take
down
numb
the ring,
all that for sure. A
Oh,
fistful of Tylenol. Fucking.
take down the ring, pack it back into the U-Haul, head home.
You're responsible for taking it down and packing it back in the thing too.
Well, okay, so how this typically works is wrestling is like kind of it's like a buddy system of
Okay,
the guys that run the show. Like, let's say Vino's, for instance.
they're taking care of a few things.
Vino's, the people that have to build the ring and take it down are probably like me, Buddy, and Chris. Because
That's what it was last.
We're
time.
running
Yeah,
the
yeah,
shit.
for sure.
That's on that note.
So-
It seemed like almost everybody kind of pitched in.
It did.
That's the
yeah.
thing. Is it's kind of like a respect thing of like, hey, come help us out, sort of
Right.
deal. But it's not always like that. Some guys are like, hey, man, I've got some
I
people.
gotta go.
Some people are reasonable and they go, hey, I have a 16-hour drive home. I'm gonna leave now, and
Oh, you're saying y'all stay out of respect and do okay? Well,
Yeah.
commendable.
and so that's like kind of
Okay.
our thing. Plus, the guy that runs Coastal is like a
But
really
that shit
good
goes a
friend of
long
ours.
way, man. That little shit goes a long fucking way.
Dude. So one thing I'm super excited about.
That's like the one thing people won't remember the match. They'll be like, "Man, them motherfuckers stayed. They had to drive all the way back to Arkansas."
Dude, that's what got us the job.
There
our
you go.
first, Our
See?
first time.
Yeah.
So I did Georgia once in 2018. I saw Arn Anderson, who's like, for anybody who doesn't know, Arn Anderson is like Ric Flair's right hand man kind of guy. Arn
Flair,
Anderson,
shout out. Met
Yeah,
him in
dude.
a hotel.
fucking
Woo!
Arn Anderson was holding a seminar, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I want to go learn from Arn Anderson." So I went. I had a buddy of mine, Tyler Knight. We took I think it was 12 hours to Rome, Georgia. We took the drive to pay to learn from Arn Anderson.
It's like a mix of stand-up comedy and music, but with fighting.
Oh yeah,
It's like
yeah.
very minimal people, but it's like you're doing kind of what both do, but then you're just beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, but loving each other.
but like, but like afterwards being like, oh, "That was a good one, man."
yeah, it's like I love you, bro.
yeah.
But so it was like, all right, we're gonna go learn from Arn Anderson, and then I met a person to this day I still fucking love and look up to. I met Matt Sells, who's a fixture of the Georgia scene.
Shout out Matt
particularly-
Sells.
Shout the fuck out to Matt.
Yeah.
Matt Sex Sells. Fuck yeah. So like
No parentheses.
He has-
real sex
all the time.
all the time.
No,
That
he
man
has this
fucks.
move. He has this move called the Rat Trap, which is yeah.
You can't be throwing rat trap on me mid sit, bro.
So he's got this move. So the guy that he's doing the move to will be sitting down, and he's standing up behind them, puts his legs over their shoulders and spins over to where they're both tummy on the mat. But
Okay.
Matt is like in plank, and the guy taking the move, his head is like between Matt's knees and then his crotch. So then he humps their head into the mat. So part of Arn Anderson's seminar after he teaches the lesson, it was like, give me like your best thing that you do in the ring, and I can like critique and go over stuff with you, right? Matt Sells, then Arn Anderson is G'd up. He's fucking 800 years old and has a body of a guy that's wrestled for 800 years. So he's like sitting down.
Who's that guy from the movie The Wrestler? What's his fucking name?
Fucking Randy the Ram. Yeah. But yeah, he's like full fledged. He's like, hey, mad respect to everybody, but I'm gonna sit down. And so like he's sitting down and he's got like his arms propped up on the bottom rope. So Matt hooks the rat trap on this guy, facing Arn Anderson, making eye contact with him as he humps this dude's head into the mat. And Arn Anderson is like this, cross-armed, just shaking his head. No. And I was like, that man's my hero from now on. Fucking, when it really solidified it, the people that did the best in the seminar got to like work a battle royal on the show. Where It's just like, fuck it, everybody in the ring, over the top rope, whatever. It's classic promoters thing. They're like, cool. So Tyler and I got in the battle royal, and we're like, cool, we'll hang out backstage, do whatever. As soon as we get backstage, the first thing we see is Matt Sells. I don't know where it came from, but he had a girl's bicycle, like the fucking pink with the fucking tassels. He's on it, and if anybody remembers, The Undertaker used to have that biker gimmick, and he's on this girl's bicycle doing the Undertaker's theme, going like, you done it now, like on the bicycle. And I was like, this man's my fucking idol. Like, hell yeah. So to tie it back into the ring crew thing we're talking about, years later, Matt was, as a joke, hosting his own seminar. Unironically, I was like, I'm fucking going to that because he's an excellent, like, outside of all the chicanery, he's an excellent character guy. Like, he's a dude that can turn chicken shit into chicken salad. If you give him 5 minutes, it'll be the most entertaining 5 minutes on your card. And I was like, I want to go fucking learn from this guy. And I got with my buddies and sold them on the idea. And Jake was one of them.
Yeah.
And we went up to Georgia. Same shit. 12 to 14 hours. Built the ring. Hung out. Trained. Did the seminar. Did the show. Took it down. Went home. And
that's a day.
Yeah.
My
and
God.
it was open invite. So we came back to the next show. Did the same thing. And they were
Wow.
like, you guys came all this fucking way. Cool, we'll keep you around. And our buddy Scratch was starting the Savannah promotion Coastal. He saw what we were already doing, and he's like, come tag along. And
That's so sick.
that was our fixture for a while. What's super sick is Scratch is on the February show for Vinos.
Shit.
He's wrestling Hell Patrol.
The show Saturday.
This Saturday.
Saturday at Vino's.
At February 4th.
Come on down.
Saturday.
Welcome. Is it all? It's not all ages, is it? No, it is.
Yeah, it should be.
It is all ages.
I don't see
That's
why
right, because
not.
there was 100% like children there watching that guy get beat to fucking hell.
I was thinking that whole time, do these parents know what's going to happen? But everybody seemed to be having a good times, and I didn't hear any complaints. So
I like how the fucking medical care was just put a towel on it and then a hat. Because that's what'll keep the blood off your face.
So that's totally.
He literally just did like Landscaper 2.0. Like,
So
Walk back into the restaurant.
yes. And they were like, hey, you look insane.
I'll put it to you this way: Eli is a guy, the Sleazy E, is a
Sleazy
dude
E.
that I don't think there is a character. I think Eli just goes, "I'm going to do this," and then he walks out.
Right.
And that's it. Like, that's his thing. So he's like the most authentic dude I've ever been around in wrestling. I was just like, yeah, there's no characters, no bullshit.
He's just one of those people where he has no choice but to be himself. It's just,
Yeah. And the man himself is such a lovely cartoon.
Yeah.
Anyway, that it's like, oh my God, this fucking rules.
I mean, he was having a fucking ball, and his head was bleeding profusely.
oh, yeah.
I don't know if you realized it. I saw it when I was watching the footage back, but he was one of the first people to greet you when you walked
Yep.
into the Vinos.
He was. He's in the street, and we had no idea, dude. He just passed me. He's like, "Oh, you videotaping?" And I'm just like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" Awesome, yeah, very genuine.
Oh, yeah. No, he's such a good person.
I mean, and it can take a fucking beating. Oh
Dude.
my God.
Oh, my God.
The fucking who the fuck went to Home Depot roofing section and just went, "Oh, joist hangers, that's perfect. I'll staple that to his fucking head."
Him.
He did that.
No, so because what happens is if Eli sees something out.
That flat plate, there's a picture floating around. He took it.
Yeah.
That flat plate, for anyone wondering what that is, when they put joists in your ceiling, that's what holds them together. And it's a big old plate of steel with a bunch of little sticky
It's a gusset
spike
plate.
fingers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit. And he got that beat into the front of his fucking head.
Oh, yeah. And that's where all the color came from.
Dude, oh,
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah. Dude, fucking. Okay. Real quick, too.
I mean, he had to be dizzy. That man lost half of his blood.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm sure he needed 8 transfusions afterwards because, like you said, he was still walking around bleeding, just like, "Hey, Bubba, how you doing, man?"
With a fucking towel and a hat, as if that's gonna stop all the shit coming out of his body at that
Dude,
time.
he fucking rocks.
It was so fucking crazy, dude.
Oh shit. No, he. So putting this together, so Eli came to me and like, "Hey, this Vinos thing is something I could only ever dream about, and I want to make it like my last hurrah." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, who do you want?" And he gave me like a list of guys for doing the show. And KT is like, put it to you this way, in like 2 years' time, KT, I'll have to talk to a guy to like see if I can talk to
I feel
KT.
like you're definitely on that point. He's always shucking and jiving, making moves.
Dude, yeah, he's like, he's a big fucking deal. And
Yeah.
he's only getting bigger.
And his shtick is fucking
amazing.
I love it.
Dude, and like the stuff
he's doing merch drops and shit, the fat jitsu shit.
Yeah,
like it's all
dude.
so good.
And well, my favorite thing is like in wrestling we have like our talking head promos, it's just like, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass or whatever, and yada yada.
This Sunday,
KT films like weird exploitation kung fu shit, and that's his promo. He's like, how we're gonna do this match is I'm gonna beat the shit out of these guys in the alley like they're ninjas. pose and be like, February 4th. So, like, it rocks. He's awesome. He's super out of the box. So, like, I was like, yeah, that's the best name I can give Eli. The thing is KT is not super keen on, like, the deathmatch stuff. So, it was like, what the
Keen
fuck?
as in doesn't want to, or is it familiar with, like, that art form? Or
A little bit of both. It's
Okay.
like, yeah.
It's
It's
rather
like,
shocking.
I'm making money without cutting my body up.
Right.
Maybe I don't need to,
Right, right. Because if I fall on accident in all the tax, I'm full of tax now, too.
Yeah. And so it's one of those, like, I was curious what was going to happen. I knew he was going to be cool. If KT
they
says
went
yes to something, he's not going to, like,
He's going to
fuck you over.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm like, all right, what's going to happen here? And the way Eli had pitched it to me and KT was,
Kill me.
We're going to do all this stuff. But not to that extent. Because he was like, we're going to do all this stuff, and then, like, I'll get some color, and then we'll go home. And I was like, okay.
Some color. He
So-
says. Some color, he says.
Oh, that's common lingo.
Okay.
I'm sure, like, anybody that's, like, into wrestling,
some
listening to this will be
color.
like, you're giving it away. But, like, that's the
fine.
talk.
It's fine.
But,
The big wrestlers give it away now, too,
Oh,
man. I
dude.
listen to podcasts with these former wrestlers, you know?
Chris Jericho will wrestle somebody and then that night go like, anyway, so we're great friends and this
Yeah,
is what
yeah,
happened.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then,
yeah.
like, if
I
Jericho
think the
could
veil
do
has
it,
been lifted.
yeah. But like he's like, yeah, I'll get some color and we'll get the fuck out of here. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I was cool with it going either way. But I watched that match back. They get color. It's a 30-minute segment. Like the match itself and his like promo on the microphone afterwards. All together,
Right.
it's like 30 minutes. 3 minutes into that,
I was going to say it was like right off the top.
he's bleeding.
Yeah.
He's bleeding
Profusely.
profusely.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is what we're doing. it ruled.
You know what's
Like,
crazy? At some point, you think a room full of I say reasonable. We're all decently reasonable adults. Somebody would go, is this a little too fucked up? Because this is crazy. Everyone cheering the entire time.
Oh yeah.
No one gave a fuck. They're like, staple him again. You
Yeah.
know, like put another fucking bat full of tacks in his ass. Like,
Get the pizza.
You and
Oh.
that fucking Aaron were like the worst.
I screamed out when he picked up the bat. I screamed out, "Put it in his ass!" And that was the only laugh I got.
Oh, dude, that rocks.
Like no one was saying anything. I'm just belligerent. Fucking
Put it in his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. That rocks. That absolutely rocks.
I mean, you know, this is literally my first thing. It was a little bit excessive. I definitely,
You were also drunk. the
I was,
second you got
dude.
there.
I mean, and I kept on drinking. I was like, should I drink? And then I had to sober up. I had to stay, which I'm not usually like a stick around. I'm getting older. I'm like, I gotta go home now. Fuck, I've been here for 4 hours.
That's another great thing. Quick insert. What I love about working with Chris is he understands live show shit.
Yeah.
It's like while we're putting these together, he's like, look, live show shouldn't be longer than 2 hours. Let's get the fuck out of there. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you.
Yeah, he's not wrong, man.
So
People's
many
attention-
wrestling
yeah.
shows. I worked on one not too long ago. I say not too long ago. It was like 2 years ago. I worked on one. Show was supposed
That's
to
an
start at
eternity
7.
ago these days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everything comes in it's every day.
Dude, last year was like 5 years altogether. But
What
no.
pandemic? That, you know, like what
Dude.
the fuck? Like it feels like an eternity ago already.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
even though it was like fucking yesterday, really.
Look, literally,
In the
we're
grand
still
scheme of
going on.
things.
Really,
Yeah.
what did they call it? The endemic? What's we had somebody on the endemic. That was a month ago now.
No fucking clue. It like exists and doesn't exist anymore.
Right? Yeah. It's like a thing that. Well, I mean, it's never gonna go away, but still, like,
Yeah.
it's that weird. We're in like that weird tail end thing. Yeah, it's the flu. Yeah,
Yeah. It's like as long as you get your shots and you're responsible, you're okay, kind of thing.
like stay home, I guess, if you know you have it. I don't know.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's like
It's like
it's in that
don't-
weird spot.
If you can not infect other people, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of where we're at right now.
Well, does that stick around though? Like I'm confused because like used to when you got sick, you kind of just still went and did everything like in life
Dude, yeah. I
prior
mean,
to all this.
that's the American way, right?
I don't know. You know, just kind of born into it. I don't. You know.
Yeah, no, I mean that's what it seems like. I that was the weirdest time wrestling during the pandemic.
Did y'all do it?
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
So I made for my I had buddies that were just taking jobs wherever.
Sure.
For me, I only wrestled shows where you either had to be tested to work.
Okay.
Or like Matt Sells again. Matt Sells, his wife at the time was I forgot the term for it, but her immune system could not take the hit.
Sure.
So he only worked shows where he knew people were healthy. So I was like, if Matt's on that show,
You
I
know,
know
it's
I can
like
do
yeah.
it. I
They're,
can do- I
they're
know I'll be
taking the
safe.
precautions or whatever.
Yeah. So that's kind of that was my gauge. I had some buddies that were doing whatever, but I mean, like live shit was happening.
I mean,
but
you gotta, you know.
we're having to edit it. I did one show that was no audience. They just recorded it.
No shit.
That
Is that just the weirdest?
sucked.
The noises must be unbelievable.
Yeah, and so like I'm thinking
That's what they
WWE
said
did
about
that
the
for, like, a
UFC
year.
too. You know, they did the UFC and they filmed it.
Really?
And they said when people could actually hear what was going on, like the actual kicks, it was off-putting because they're
imagine.
beating the fuck out of each other. Actually, you know, like
Dude.
they're not pulling punches; they're kicking the living fuck out of you. And when the smack that it makes, you know, you can hear it on camera with 20,000 people roaring. Now imagine that without all the roar, how loud that actually is.
Yeah.
They said it was real fucked up. I was like, yeah, I can imagine, dude. You're just watching two people beat the shit out of each other.
To no applause.
To no applause.
Oh, no, that's rough.
The
Especially-
circusry of it all goes away.
There's some of us, which like my favorite thing I like to do, especially if I'm the villain, is I'll play to the audience. So like if I'm doing X and the audience is like indifferent, well, I should stop doing that. So I should start doing Y because that makes them boo me or that makes them
Okay.
cheer the other guy. If there's no audience there, that instinct, I have to like solely rely on my own
On your
instinct
on your-
rather than theirs.
You're on your like theatrical abilities to
Yeah.
sell the role because you're basically an actor at this point.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And
Like
it's-
in a room with people watching you going, is he bad?
yeah,
You
it's
know?
like fuck.
You got to sell it real good.
With Vinos, I feel like it's a very new crowd to it. I mean, a lot of us were.
I didn't know-
There were a lot that weren't, but
I mean, the only people I knew were people I knew.
yeah, the people I knew
Yeah.
had never been to something like that
Same.
before, so they were
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
going based off of, you know, what they were told when you walked out, and then like how the
Yeah.
audience reacted.
Yeah.
Is there like a weird subgroup of heel love people that when the heel comes out, they're like, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
because it's people. Wrestling is still in its weird stage of like, some people are trying to quote unquote protect the business and be like, it's real, it can be real.
I've gathered that.
Yeah. And there's other people like myself that are like, look, we all know this is performance art, so let's just treat it like that.
It is performance. Well,
Yeah.
why would you negate? Like that makes it better, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Because
But-
it lends ear one to more people being more like, oh, like especially like inquisitive people where you can be like, you can actually have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
And not just like, well, man, you know, just like, okay, well then fuck it. You know, way to deter all the curious people.
Yeah. It's super gatekeepy with that kind of thing. But like some of the people, because it's in that weird point of culture, there's the people that are like, okay, they're like, I wouldn't say they're snobbish, but they're like, I know what wrestling is.
Sure.
And they've never been in it, but they just know what it is. And so they're like, yes, the bad guy is very good.
It's like everyone's a movie critic. It's like, what movie have you made? Yeah, exactly.
Fucking absolutely. It's like that.
Yeah. It's like, you know, that actor sucks. And it's like, you've never done it. What are you talking about?
To be fair, though, I don't
Like,
think you have to
opinions are-
do something to know. Because like,
That's true.
I'm a shit cook. But if somebody hands me a plate of spaghetti that sucks, I can totally
Yo,
tell
if
you
someone
that
hands you a
sucks.
plate of spaghetti that sucks, I mean, that's
Oh, yeah,
true.
yeah.
I'm
That's
a fat
a
fuck.
given.
I'm still eating that.
That's a
but,
given.
Like, I'll eat the Kraft spaghetti. I'm such a degenerate.
fuck
But
yeah.
I'm saying you got bigger issues. Like, that's something on that person. You
Yeah.
can't, because making bad spaghetti, that's a fucking, that's like those
That's a
weird
feat.
things where,
It's hard to fuck up.
yeah, like, is it just sauce on hard noodles? Like, it's like, you know, like, did you just let it's just like room
I
temp
know.
pasta?
So I want to do that to somebody now and just completely no sell it. Or I'm just like, here's my spaghetti.
You know what you do? You know, hey, and this, see, but here's the thing though.
Lasagna, but
It's the thing. No.
Crunch? What the
Crunch.
fuck?
It just goes, and sauce just permeates everything.
give them a plastic fork.
A plastic fork with a hard pasta noodle. What about, but that's not, but is that true though? Like, here's a weird thought experiment because they did that thing where they took water from a hose and made like 10 different fancy bottles and then gave it to people. And they were like, oh, it's like this. And they were like, oh, yeah, I do see that. Or the Payless Shoes commercial where they took Payless Shoes,
Like high-end Payless.
they rebranded the same shoe,
Yeah.
didn't take any, just
Up like $200.
they were charging people $600 or it was like $300. It was like $300 a pair of shoes. And people were like, oh, blah, blah, oh, I love these. And then at the end, they're like, these are literally from Payless.
Yeah.
Like, you're crazy. So like the thought of it,
Perception
no,
is reality.
perception is reality.
Yeah.
So like if not Gordon Ramsay, because he doesn't seem to be like but the Salt Bay. If he went to his restaurant and he had uncooked pasta as a dish. There are motherfuckers out there.
They would shove that up their ass.
And he charged them 10 grand for it, and they're like, he's
This little thing over it?
he's so ahead of the game. It's like
Here's your $500.
exactly,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, for a fucking uncooked pasta dish with Hunt's Red on the top. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude,
that
yeah.
poor boy special, daddy. Hell yeah! Talk about eat that for a lifetime.
No shit.
My friend's grandpa died, and he had the inheritance, and he bought a mobile home, and so we lived with our friend for an entire summer one time, and that's literally all we ate for 3 months.
Stockyard ravioli.
Just
Fuck, man.
just Hunt's Red sauce. We're not going to call that spaghetti sauce. That's just sauce.
Yeah.
There's
Hunt's Red.
Hunt's Red. Yeah, done.
Leftover from
That's literally what it is. It's leftover puree. That shit we squeegeed off the floor and made a sauce. That's why it's $1, okay?
Yeah.
And a box of pasta, and there was 3 of us living there,
Oh,
dude.
the can's still this big.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not real, dude. Yeah. That's like bar-ass hot dogs. My wife's brother worked at the plant. Hey, it actually is the scraps.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's the shit they funnel into the blender from the floor,
Oh, yeah.
bleach out, and then make a goo, and then make a bar-ass hot dog.
Bro, you talk about poor kid special. When I was growing up and like my mom and dad had like negative money. We came from the opposite of money. We came from no money. And
Let's just do one-up poor kid specials. Like, let's just do it.
I'm not even trying to one up. I was just trying to relate. But that was like our thing. Is it was just like, yeah, dude, we got bar ass hot dogs because that's what we can afford.
That's what we can afford.
For breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And you cook it differently for each meal. So you got
Ones are cut up. This one's cut up.
Some are cut up. Some are boiled. Some are
dude.
fried.
You know what? A boiled hot dog kind of
Yeah.
slaps.
Some are microwaved.
Dude, cart hot dogs are boiled hot dogs for the most part. Some
shit.
have the little griddle.
Everything's air fried.
That's true too. Everything's
yeah.
air fried. But we did one where for like a few weeks it was just butter and bread.
Oh fuck yeah!
It's like that's all we had.
Yep.
And I remember my dad trying to sell. Like after like night 3, we're like, what the fuck?
What's happening?
Look on this, huh?
Yo, literally, like, oh well, like, and we were just like, let's grill it, like for real.
Dude.
Yeah,
Bro, shout out to your dad for that though. He's
But
trying.
then you get older and you're like, oh my God, the struggle. Like, imagine what he was going through in
Yeah.
that. Like, he's got 2 children. He's trying to church up bread.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Bro, I think
That's a
about my
level
mom
of
for that
poor
shit all
I
the
don't think I can even fathom, even though I lived through it. But he did such a good job of
Keeping the face.
keeping the stuff up. Like, there's no part in my mind that's like, oh, he went to bed like just bald. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way.
Yeah.
You know, like, holy fuck.
100%.
Yeah, we were poor as shit. For a little while, it was like super bad. And then it just kind of was like kind of normal poor for most of it, really.
Yeah. It's like when the recession hit in 08 for me, because that's like where my youth is. So that 08 recession hits.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah. And everybody is like fucking, oh my God, what's happening? And my parents were like, whatever. And it
I feel like that was Arkansas as a whole, really.
Yeah. So it's like, fucking, well, we were in Michigan at the time.
Dude, I have a
So
story
like
about that.
being around like Detroit folks that are like new
the-
poor, like
'cause
we're
they were
old
making
poor.
crazy money when the car companies fucked up. I mean, they're the reason we had the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah, dude. I was in the epicenter.
Holy shit.
And so-
I saw a lady pull up to a car wash in a fucking Escalade. Put the card in. Put it down. Pick up another card. Put it in. 10 times.
Fuck.
A fucking credit card to wash her Cadillac and 10 different fucking cards.
Well,
dude.
that's why you're poor, man.
I mean, she was living high on the horse. I mean, it was a fucking Cadillac SUV. It was new at the time. Like, you know, shocking.
God damn.
And I was just like, I just want to wash my fucking car. Like, get in the thing. Like, come on, man. What the fuck? Like, I'm over here like barely holding on
Over here, like, I've been saving up all week for this.
all week.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
I got my quarters. Just
I feel like that was Arkansas as a whole, man. I mean, we were
Yeah.
already such a poor place. I think this one will be different
it's like that
because
always
there's been
sunny
a lot
thing.
of money. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Or it's like, oh, they're old poor. They're new
Shout
poor.
out
That's why.
Always Sunny, dude.
And we're new poor. We're old poor.
We're
so.
old poor. Dude, that is... I don't know that people who don't know what poor is like can even relate to how fucking funny that really is. When they did that scene, I love that show so much.
Oh, fuck yeah,
When they played that through, I was like, this is so true.
This is a documentary
We're
right
old
now.
poor, dude. What the fuck? I'll go outside and eat literal grass and bark. Like, fucking me. There's a reason I know how to boil trees and make it edible, man.
Oh,
You
shit.
know? Oh yeah.
That rocks.
Oh yeah.
Get some wood in your diet.
You can. You
That
can.
sounds kind of sexy. Oh, shit.
Oh my god. This might be one of the laughiest podcasts I've ever done.
Fuck yeah.
Is there a... So what's the continuation of all this stuff? Like, I imagine there's going to be more at Vino's for sure, I would assume.
Yeah. I'm aiming... I say I'm.
Is there like is there more of, is this like a growth exponential model thing, or like let's get a core and kind of keep that till that like shows itself more on a broad spectrum? Yeah,
because like I feel like just getting stability towards like, hey, we can run a show every other month, because I think bi-monthly is the way to go. No one gets like desensitized to it. There's not too much coming out.
You don't want to oversaturate,
right?
Yeah,
and especially because like CKW runs every month. I think KT is about to pick up more stuff with the Four Pillars shows that nothing announced yet, but that's being worked on.
And those are very people adjacent, like as far as the crowd you're pulling from.
Yeah. I'll say the wildest shit that
there could be a lot of cross pollination though with the punk
so
rock.
So I had a moment making my entrance last weekend at CKW, because that's where I fucked my face up and shit. I was making my entrance and I looked in the crowd and I saw people from Vino's.
There you go.
And I was like, yo, okay, all right. But I was like, yeah, fucking, if we can just get our Vino's stuff solid to where we're running, and I can help KT however I've got to like help his stuff run how it's got to, and we all come together and make it work. Once it's stable, maybe there's like that growing moment.
Sure.
But I think right now it's definitely
stability
like
model.
Just like you said, core, kind of like, let's make sure this is good, and this is good, and then we'll all work together to make something really special.
But that can be good too, like just on its own. There's a thing to like building up think of it like a cover band in a bar. They're making like $1,200 a night, and they're only playing like 3 places, and they're just doing that over and over and over again.
Right.
Like I know a guy or I did know a guy. I think he died actually, but that's how he made a living.
Well,
Yeah, well, he was retired, but like he was made more than enough money just on bar bands.
Yeah.
Being in a bar band and just playing old rock tunes.
No, that fucking rocks.
Like there's something to that, having just like that, the niche, you know, because you can always grow up too.
Yeah.
You know, as far as like the internet and shit, you can always garner attention from that.
And that's probably like my
live
like, that's
stream.
more.
Fuck.
That's definitely more of like KT's. I'm sure like when you interview him,
Right.
that'll be his like, yeah. So that's what I'm thinking, because KT's got like,
Yeah,
he's the star.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm like, the intimacy we have at Vino's and the way everything is, I could do that till I die. I'm like that.
I mean, it is
that
pretty
rocks.
fucking wild, dude.
And that's my
For
my
sure.
Vino's
scene.
is a very special room for sure.
Yeah, dude.
It's
I
the
love
close. I think the proximity part of it, and you shrink up the room too. So, you know, when a band's trying to pull in 200 people, y'all are like, "Fuck, we got, you know, we need like what 100, 150 tops to like really just everyone to be just kind of like this, because you still need the walkway, you still need like you have to. That space still has to exist there, so everything y'all need for the functionality of it, that takes away where people can be, but adds to the overall like arc of how crazy it's gonna be, because you can really cram people in there like a sardine can.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and that adds the effect. I loved the parts of the show where like people are beating on the side of the ring during the matches and shit, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome! Like it's so like the audience becomes just as much a part of the show as the people performing in it. I think, and that's really cool. That's my kind of thing. I really enjoy that a lot. It's like to the second Catalina wine mixer we did last year. So the first one was an outdoor show because we couldn't get in the venue.
That seems fun.
We got indoors of the venue, but it was like fucking uber hot. Like I remember just doing a talking segment, because those Catalina wine mixers are just me and they open with me and KT in the ring going, "Hey everybody, welcome to our show, blah blah blah, durka," and just doing that. I looked at KT, he's sweating bullets. I do that. I'm sweating bullets. I'm like, we're about to have to fucking wrestle in this.
All sweaty and
Hell
shit.
yeah.
Honestly,
So
that's what Vino's is going to be during the summer.
oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I went to my
They
first
have a
Vino show
literal
was the summer.
window unit in the back. Yeah, you're gonna be fucking sweating for
Yeah.
And it's not even like the nice, good big one. It's literally like an $80 pile of shit.
That rocks. That fucking rocks.
Cooling this room, let alone,
Dude, I'm way cooler wrestling hot than I am cold. I did a show
For sure,
in
still less
Tennessee
stiff.
when I was younger, and it was like you could see your breath, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I took my
Wrestling in a meat locker.
yeah, dude. I took a back bump, and it felt like worse.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I hit the ground, I was like, I'm gonna lay here."
Oh yeah, the temperature's definitely going to affect that. Like I much prefer like summer nights for shows.
Oh yeah.
Like it's definitely like miserable, but it doesn't hurt. Like you're sweating and you're covered in sweat. You'd be steaming walking out of that place and have.
Yeah.
But like for sure, the hot over the cold, like any day.
Yeah.
Even
Absolutely.
even like a overly air conditioned room, like in the summertime, some places are really efficient. You know, it'd be like playing inside of a Walmart. Somehow they managed to cool that whole place down.
Damn. Man, I wrestled in a community center. I think at the tail end of last year, and that's kind of how it was where, or I say tail end of the summer last year, where it was like, yeah, it's fucking Satan's asshole outside, but you come inside, it's super conditioned. It's like, this is nice, but it's going to spoil everybody that's in here.
Can we just like get like a middle ground? Can we just make it like 75
right?
instead of 60?
Can I just have like a little bit of on my brow?
A little glistening, yeah, a little
But no, with that second wine mixer, it was still just like, even though it's a more official quote unquote show,
Okay.
like more traditional than like what we're doing at Vino's, like the people are on the ring kind of thing.
Right.
It was still like
There are seats.
we've got there's seats. Yeah, there you go. We sold every seat that we had, and it was like 200 people, and they were putting up with the heat, and they were in it with us. And dealt with it. It was fucking awesome. We booked Gangrel for that show, which is like, he's a WWE name from the 90s.
Oh, no
That's
shit.
Like, he's the vampire warrior. He's the fucking blood vampire guy.
Okay.
He fucking rocks.
I'll have to look him up.
Yeah, I had him wrestle my wrestling dad in the main event. It was awesome. Shout out David Barmore or Draven Morrow. Who
That's
trained
fun,
me.
dude. That's
Yeah, dude.
awesome.
It was such a great time. That was like, just to be like feely for a second, one of the coolest moments I had. So when I first came up wrestling, I was trained by David Barmore and Josh Shackelford.
Okay.
And Josh Cross and Draven Morrow, respectively. And the main event was Draven and Gangrel, which Gangrel's a guy that David's always looked up to. And I was like, fuck yeah, we'll book this and spend money we don't have to, to book Gangrel for this show. And
It's worth it.
fucking Josh and I got together and sneaked out of the locker room just so, and like, sat at a merch table and peeked through the curtain just to watch David wrestle Gangrel. And that was like a super special moment of like,
That's awesome.
Man, we get to feel the crowd, we get to watch the match, and it's just like, that's our boy doing cool shit. Like, that's live performance, man.
Those are the fun moments behind the curtains, when you get in a peak, because like sometimes the business end of shit sucks.
Oh yeah.
Like, but then there are those like special moments, like sitting in a green room and you're like, I can't believe I'm fucking in this room. Like almost that imposter syndrome where you're like,
too.
why the fuck am I in this room
Yep.
with these people? This is insane.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We'll feel that way about ourselves, but then like you said, when your friends up there doing it, you're like, yeah, go him, duh, like it's weird.
Now, I'll put it to you this way: I see like KT success, and I'm like, oh fuck yeah, of course. Like the success that I've gotten in the last year, I'm like, this could stop at any fucking second. This could end. This could end right now. Like, I can get a call from this promoter tomorrow, and he'd be like, "Yeah, fuck you." Click, and I was like, "Ah." So
Get
I'm
a
like,
bad
"Oh,
name, just one.
Yeah. So I was like, "Oh God," even though that's not really true, but like
Right.
that's your brain just like fuck away.
Oh no, yeah, dude, it's your worst enemy for most. I think performance artists.
Oh yeah.
Your brain is like the worst thing.
Yeah, just turn that shit off. Kill it with alcohol.
Never good at. Well, that's right. I mean, a lot of them are broken killing it with alcohol. Man. Yo, dude, that's fucking wild. All right, so who is like? There has to be a moment that's like some fan got a little too fucking crazy.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm thinking, my only eyeballs are from what I saw, and I know they're not all like that, but. And that crowd was actually like hella respectful. Like nobody really did anything off kilter.
Yeah.
But like, is there like a moment where like someone did some fucking insane shit?
Okay, so I did commentary for this place in Augusta, Georgia. and it was like one of the upper echelon indie shows. So that's
I was
why
gonna
I wasn't
say Augusta.
wrestling.
That sounds fancy.
Oh yeah, it's like it's a smaller town. It's like an offshoot of Atlanta. I think it's like 45 minutes away from Atlanta, kind of thing.
Okay.
And
Is that where they do the golf thing?
I don't know.
I don't know.
And, fun fact: the last ever ECW pay per view was in fucking Augusta. So
There
like,
you go.
but anyway, I was doing commentary for this like big time show, and I was like, oh, this is cool. End of the show, they got this wrestler named Joe Black, who's like how I described Jake earlier, but he's an African American man, just fucking huge and jacked. And I think he plays a bad guy. He was acting like a bad guy. Yeah. And they had this guy. It's Augusta, Georgia, so like it's not like a big town, but like it's just small enough that like the working class folks there, particularly the working class white folks there, are like you flip a coin. Of like, is this person cool like
I feel
me?
like you can say it here kind of moment. Like,
yeah,
buddy.
yeah.
Holy
it's like
shit.
you flip a coin. They're either like us, where it's like, hey, fucking, we work blue collar shit, but we're cool guys.
Right.
Or they're like, the South will rise again. I tell you right now.
Yeah.
You know, they turn into that.
Which ones think he's the bad guy before you know?
I call it getting
That one.
I call it getting other white guide. You know what I'm talking about? And you're like, no, actually, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. No, where they just like, they start saying racist shit to you, and you're like, whoa, hey, no, that's not me, bud. But no, this dude started saying,
Or you know,
shit.
it's a fun one. Point out something about them that's fucked up.
Oh,
That's a fun one.
I don't like fucking my cousin.
I
What?
was
Dude,
in
what?
I was in a room.
told you?
Yeah. I was in a room one time and it was going on. It was like 4 other people, and he goes, "You know what I mean, brother?" And I was like, "I wish we would all die right now." I wish a plane would run into this fucking building. He goes, "I heard that." Dude, I'm not like, it was the fucking most insane shit.
God, dude. It's like that way I could be out of this conversation.
It's like, you're so fucking annoying. It's like, just shut up. Yeah, like literally, I'd rather fucking die in a horrifying accident than fucking be here for one fucking more second.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this guy fell into that category.
Okay.
And I remember him saying some off-color shit during the match, but I don't remember anything like explicit, if you catch my drift.
Sure.
And the banter is going between these two while Joe is wrestling and while this guy is being a fan. Well, Joe does, like, he's going around the ring, he's talking shit to other audience members, and this dude tries to get in his face and he flicks his cap up. And so this dude stands up, and it's the first time I really get a look at this guy, and you can tell this guy works a blue collar job, and he works.
Right.
So he's like,
Farm
he's
build.
fat, but he's stout. He grabs
Rotund.
rotund. That's a great fucking word.
It is a great word.
He grabs the guardrail and headbutts Joe Black, which causes a huge melee. The commentary desk, the locker room, the referees, we all emptied out to like separate what's
shit.
going on. And so they're just like fucking fighting
Going
at
at
each
it.
other. And he's like, "I'll kill you, motherfucker." And like, there's just so much like it. In hindsight, it's like, God, this is like high school locker room talk between these two. And it's so inconsequential. But in the moment, it's like, oh, God, are the cops going to have to get called? Do I need to get out of here? What the fuck is going on? It's like, ugh. That's like probably the most alarming thing I've been a part of. There's been other moments of like, there was a guy.
I'm just thinking, like, did someone like ever jump in a fucking ring and try to be a part of the thing?
So
Like,
not,
woohoo, and somebody just fucking.
you can find that shit. You can find that shit, but that's not happening in my experience.
Okay.
The closest to it was that guy trying to fight Joe Black, and I wasn't at this show, but it was like friends I knew. There's a dude that tried to hop the guardrail, but the wrestler turned around and just clocked him in the face.
off the thing.
He crumpled, and they just kept going. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. But like, that was it. That's like the only instances I could think of that. But you could look it up online. There's shit like WWE shows where like fans are hopping the rail, trying to get in the ring. There was one where it was like Triple H and Stone Cold Steve Austin. They're
On
just doing
that scale?
Yeah, they're
What
just
the
doing a
fuck?
house show, and like Triple H got Austin in a headlock or some shit. Fan hops the ring. Triple H gets off Austin, suplexes the fan, and just starts fucking haymakering him in the face. Until
What a
security
story,
shows up.
dude.
Surely what you want.
Getting fucking haymakered from Triple H.
Yeah, do you want a fucking autograph? We're in the middle of something.
He's got a permanent autograph because once you get that eye stone, the fuck.
I was gonna just fixing to say, probably still though, best night of that guy's life.
Oh,
Forever.
yeah.
He's
For
still
1000%.
talking about it. He's fucking sitting
I
around.
fought Triple H before.
Look at the clip here. He's just got it loaded up, ready to go.
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
fucking, you know those active photo wallpapers?
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, look here. That's when my tooth fell out. Damn. It's like, because like just being in that kind of energy, someone's had to lose it and just go fucking,
Oh, yeah.
fuck, I can't take it. And just, I'm in the ring now and I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh my God. Can you imagine a dude just has a shitload of bath salts and hops the rail? I kind of want to see that happen now. But like, it's got to be like a super, oh my God.
Bath Salt Betty.
Bath salt.
Just, are there any female local wrestlers? I got a good idea for you.
Call us at this hotline.
Like I was a fan, and then they're
Just,
fucking in there.
Yo, it just get her all disheveled, like a cartoon character. We got all the frizzy little hairs and shit. Like the bag lady from The Simpsons. I don't know if y'all remember. That might be too old of a pull.
No.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Okay. Just like, just that thing.
Throwing a cat at a motherfucker.
Yeah, throwing cats. She's got a bag of cats. Just fuck you.
Oh shit!
Not real cats. Like just like maybe like
No,
stuff.
fuck it. Real
Fuck it.
cats.
Just go on.
Real
Feral cats.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
caught them last
Yeah.
week. Yeah.
But like they're still living a good life. No PETA intervention needed.
Yeah. We're not gonna kill the cat. She's just
He's on the way here.
yeah. She's just hucking them a little bit.
Oh shit! Flight is good for cats. I've
They
heard.
love it. I think
yeah.
they always land on their feet.
Exactly.
No, Bath Salt Betty. That's
Dude,
a good
there's
one.
a guy in I don't know where he frequents, but I've met him in Georgia. His ring name is Bootleg Dave. And he's
These fucking names.
he plays this fucking hillbilly character. He wrestles in overalls, but like one strap is all fucked up.
Of course.
you know?
Yeah.
And he's got the big beard, big wide curly hair. And
He looks like Santa, but like on meth.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he puts on like he has a southern accent already, but he puts on an even heavier one. And the thing is, he's never let an audience member like see him not as Bootleg Dave. So I'm with him hanging out in the locker room, and we're talking shit, just hanging out, having a good time. He's a total sweetheart.
Sure.
And his act is amazing because he plays an alcoholic hobo. So fucking fan. I think it was not even a fan. I think it was one of the people working at the brewery. It's like making their rounds, and they come to the locker room, and I'm in mid conversation with him, and he cuts from like, "Hey man, how you doing? Hi buddy, what's going
Wow,
on?" And,
it's
like
that insane.
and he just
Wow.
starts like jumping to the other guy, and I almost shit myself because like this. Eventually, one of them is like a guy that's wanting to chat back with him, and they start talking back and forth, and I'm like, "How's this gonna fucking go?" And it ends with him like. He's like, fuck, I really got to go home. So his go home is like, well, hey, I got to get back to my cousin I'm fucking, so I'll see you later, all right, baby? And he pisses off. I'm like, whatever they're paying this man, it's not enough.
He's just in it. Just like he's just in it. He just loves it that much.
Oh, yeah, dude. He fucking rocks.
That is wild. That is fucking wild. Yeah, I always assume if I had to do a character of some sort, it's gonna have to be some southern. I mean, the haircut already got the fucking.
Oh, yeah,
it's
dude.
like have to fucking just lean in, or like a riff raff esque.
Oh, there you go.
I can't do it. His whole shtick is fucking amazing.
Fuck yeah. No, there's a guy, Zach Mosley, who does like the whole mullet thing, except he's turned it into a Tiger King gimmick. So like,
Why does that sound familiar? Is that an internet person?
So he's, dude,
Zach Mosley.
Zach Mosley, he does do a lot of internet shit, but like
maybe
he's
it's-
not like a huge. I don't know that he's got like a fucking
he
podcast
a
or anything.
Wrestler guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's his team is Exotic Youth. And so like they're running the whole like, we got mullets, I dye it a different color every week. They did this huge awards show for wrestling in Georgia a few weeks ago.
So Georgia's like a fucking hub, apparently.
Oh yeah, so when AEW came into town, it was like Georgia was already big, but I think when AEW came into town, it was like,
Is that where they're based? Is Georgia?
Yeah,
The
they
AEW?
kind of like Georgia, Florida is kind of like their bounce between, because I think the school tied to that company's in Georgia.
Okay.
So like a lot of wrestlers have been like, if I hang around the school and hang around their students, I might get a spot and what have you.
Right.
So naturally, businesses come.
Yeah,
to the
go
area.
where the thing is. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, fucking these guys. Oh shit! I lost my train.
The AEW. I would say Georgia's a big hub.
Yeah, Georgia's a huge hub, and so these guys hang around Georgia, and they've all like got the fucking. Oh goddamn! I really have lost everything.
Alcohol.
Dude. Yeah,
Beep.
4 of them.
Yeah. Oh shit! Whoa! Usually I'm the one in the lead. That's crazy.
Dog, I'm championing.
No, I have to have band practice after this.
Oh, dude.
I haven't drummed in a month. I'm anxious. I don't even know how it's gonna go.
Oh, it's gonna rock, is what it's gonna do.
This happens every now and then where I'll have like these huge dry spells because there's something, like life's just busy as fuck.
Yeah.
He said it's gonna rock because you play rock and roll.
Oh, that's true.
I wasn't
But
even going for that, but yeah.
It is punk rock. This one.
Fuck yeah.
Well, it's sort of. I don't even know really what to call it. It's punk rock, I guess.
Mhm.
But like my wife's the front person, so it's like a
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
Dude, that rules.
It's like lady vocals on top of like metal riffs. They're not even metal though. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, having a good time.
Yeah, just having a good time. It's punk-esque. It's like punk adjacent.
Punk
like
adjacent?
pop punk, but with more punk.
Dude, that rocks. Hell yeah.
Punk pop? Yeah, put the punk first.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Punk pop. There we
Yeah, I'm bad at labeling
I get
shit.
it.
Like music is so hard.
go.
It's like,
I have a question, and we kind of like danced around, but haven't really
Oh, what?
dived into it. So we're talking about characters and everything. Like you have a backstory about how you came up with it.
fuck, that's
Oh,
a good
shit.
question. God damn it.
Okay, so it's a bit of a journey. So I started off, my first thing I ever did, because I was a little straight edge kid, and I had this like straight edge kind of character for a hot minute. Yeah, that was.
See how that went.
But that was like my character for a hot minute, as I was just like bland, let's go, baby face, like super bland good guy character, but like I ran with a straight edge thing. That was my aesthetic.
What was your name?
It was William Cage back at the time.
Okay.
Because like whenever we were doing
I thought it was
training-
going to be like Straight Edge Stanley or
Oh
something.
no, dude. Okay, Sleazy E, the coolest fucking call I'd had in my life at that point. Sleazy E was on commentary at a show.
Okay.
And I was just doing my pose on the corner, and he's like, "He's the straight edge street sweeper, William." Cage. And I was like, "That's fucking awesome." And it was like the next day, shit changed in my life, so I was like, "I'm an alcoholic now." And I was like, "Well, I lost that name." Yeah. But no, I moved from that, and I just kind of danced around some characters for a while that just like, I was building my wrestling style, but I wasn't like connecting and clicking. And eventually I did, and this is all during the pandemic, I did a run as the premier queer William Blackwell. I was like, my boyfriend had tricked me into watching Drag Race with him a bunch, and I was like, I could fucking take some of this
seen
attitude.
every episode.
Oh goddamn!
It's my wife's favorite show. I have that shit on in the background 24/7 at our house.
Bro, those people are insane, and like, and not in like a derogatory way. It's like fucking, hey, these people are like really into their shit.
I mean,
That passionate.
Yeah. And so I was like,
it's on some of it, like the bigger, like the ones you can always tell. It's like this is clearly who's gonna win. It's another level of into your shit.
Yeah. And I was like, if I could take that attitude and that language and like siphon it into a character and then add wrestling to it, here we go. And it turned into this thing where I just like, I couldn't fucking, I could do the performance, but the character
What was the name
running,
again? It was like a mouthful of name. What was it?
It was the premier queer, William Blackwell.
William Blackwell. Okay.
Yeah, because that's my wrestling name now, is William Blackwell. And it got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm doing all the character work and all the performance, but like the wrestling I do is very ground and pound smashed, rub your forearm in a guy's nose kind of thing.
Right.
That doesn't fit that kind of character, so I wasn't able to do it. So my wrestling sucked, but my performances were cool. And that kind of fucking ate at me for some years until eventually, like I had matches with Matt Sells, and I had two. My first one, I fucking, still to this day, I haven't watched it back. I was like, I'm not watching that. The second one, I dropped some of the character stuff and just wrestled a little bit, and then was a more traditional bad guy. And that one rocked. And I was like,
Okay.
I was
You
like, okay.
found what to lean into.
yeah. And so I got since Mick Foley, my favorite wrestler in the world is William Regal. He's this dude. He's like me, similar build, other than he didn't used to be obese, so he doesn't have like the loose skin and shit. But like,
Shout out with Skim.
yeah. Shout out if you got the loose skin, me too, baby. But like, he was like this fanciful British villain, like very like Macbethian kind of thing. But he wrestled, but he could play a coward when he needed to. Mm-hmm. He could be the performer when he needed to, but he could be the fighter when he needed to. And it was very like a character that can go either way.
Right.
And I was like, oh, that's where I want to start basing it. So like, I started taking shit from Kingpin from Daredevil, like the Netflix show. And I started taking shit from William Regal, and I was like, okay, let's try and put these things together, because I'm obviously not British, so I can't do the like English.
Yeah.
fuck that.
You want to do the Cockney one when everybody knows it, don't you?
yeah. They're like, fuck this American pig. And I was like, yeah, okay. So I was like, we can make it American with like the Kingpin, like little nuances and shit there. But overall, the character model was like William Regal's. Like, I can still do the cowardly performance, but I could also wrestle, which is like my thing. So
you got to know when to go in between the two. You got to know how to do this with the thing.
Yeah. And it was a bitch to figure out. And
Sure.
There's still so many people I see going through it where they're like,
what's more than learning just an act? It's like learning. You're because it's wrestling also. It's like the part you.
Like
the whole violence part.
Yeah, it's like if I'm watching a character, like let's say somebody wants to do the Drunken Master, right? Like they want to do Jackie Chan's Drunken Master. Should he be fighting like John McClane from Die Hard? Absolutely not. Even though John McClane is fucking awesome.
Interesting. You mix matching the wrong two things.
But like it's not gonna work together. So he's still got to have that like flow, to his drunk. And so some people can't find that like balance easy. I was one of those people. I'm still trying to figure out some kinks here and there.
Sure.
But like that seems
you said
to
you're
be the biggest
6
hurdle.
years in?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Putting in the
super
10,000 hours. Yeah.
Exactly.
You're like halfway there probably.
which
is good.
Yeah. And so that's like the big part for a lot of people figuring out their act is just finding out how to, I'm really good at this in the ring.
Right.
But what's a character that would allow me to do that?
Yeah. I never thought about that.
I haven't either. That's very... The thought of what is the thing that and then I have to fight in the same thing where they match.
Yeah.
Like, that's wild.
Yeah, dude. That's a...
Because you have to make it make sense for the person, for the layman, the audience member that doesn't know fuck all.
Right.
Because you're going to have some hardcore in there, like, you can see it and blah, 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 and like really break it down. And then you got people like me who are just like, wow.
Yeah, and you have to appeal to both those people
exactly.
at the same time.
Interesting.
Yep.
That's very cool. Oh, that's a lot, actually.
Yeah, dude.
I can see how that would take quite a fucking while to really hone that in to be like, oh, no, this isn't. And it's like your whole shtick. And you're like, I see. I can see why he put the pipe down and beat the shit out of him. Yeah.
Right. We're laying pipe in the ring, all right. Ooh.
If you listen to my comments, yeah.
Put it in his ass.
Put it in his ass.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. Fucking very fun. Brought up wrestling Matt Sells earlier. So one of my favorite things that's ever happened to me that's like some bullshit in wrestling. So that first match I had with Matt that sucked. I remember so it was at a VFW hall is where this venue was.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, brother. So there's a bar in the back. And so I'm like, I just had a terrible match
time.
in the middle of the show. I'm going to go get pissed drunk.
Okay.
And so I go backstage and I go round through the bar and shit. And so I'm just like double fisting margaritas and like throwing them down. And so after I have a fistful of them.
I love your affinity for the marg, man.
Oh, yeah. But after I've had like a fistful of them, I'm like, all right, cool. I'll head backstage. But I've still got double fisting margaritas. And I'm walking through the curtain, and I'm like about to go find Jake and give him some shit because now I'm thoroughly brothered. And I'm like, there's a familiar sound playing right now. That's my music. And I look over at Jake, who's got panic on his face. Bro, we're up. And I'm like, I agreed to one match tonight. And he's like, well, the show ran short, so like we're gonna do this throw together. It was like me, Jake, and a third guy against Matt Sells, Carl Hager, and some guy whose like whole gimmick was Waffle House. Like he had the Waffle House menu. The Waffle House menu was on his tights and shit. And so yeah. So it's the six of us.
Easy. Scattered, covered, and chunked.
So fucking.
You've been chunked.
Oh my god! If that's not his promos, what's he doing? But like, so we put together this like, okay, we're gonna do the 6-man match. And the thing is, what's even more fucked up about this is there's no pre-planning.
This is a melee, right?
This is about to
They
just
call
be
it a
improv.
melee, right?
I mean, kind of, yeah. Where it'll be like a lot of times if I'm, a little backstage here, if I'm like what D-Mike and I did at this last Vino show.
Okay.
D-Mike and I had a whole set planned for a match. We saw how the death match went, and we went, okay, we can't like crowd kill here.
This shit was insane.
Yeah. It's like the audience needs to breathe for a second, so let's do
Stay
this
away from
kind of
that blood
match.
splatter too. That was gross.
Bro, there's a point after I took the power bomb and I rolled over, my face was like right next to it, and I was like, oh God. But fucking, so like most of our matches improv, where we're just like, we all know what moves and spots are, so we'll do something like, I'll get him in a headlock and be like, duck one, take a bump, and so like he'll run the ropes, I'll throw one that he ducks, and then eventually I'll hit him with something.
Oh, okay.
That kind of shit.
Yeah.
And so that's basically how we put together the 6-man match. Thing is, though, I'm pissed drunk. Dude, I remember
just biting people and shit.
So there's a wrestler named Goldust from WWE who was like the first guy.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, he was very popular, but he was like the first guy in American wrestling, at least, to like really get that like androgynous gimmick on a huge.
Is this
scale.
kind of thing bigger? I thought this was American strictly.
No,
like,
no, dude.
performance wrestling.
Europe, Japan especially. Japan's scene. Mexico, because that's where Lucha Libre.
Oh, the
been.
the Libres.
Yeah. But yeah.
Ted's gone to Japan a few times to see some wrestling.
Yeah, dude. Japanese wrestling is
He went
fucking
to
awesome.
Japan. Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. Japanese wrestling rules.
Wow. Well, I actually believe that. Like everything performance based in their culture is typically off the charts.
Yeah. Well, it's because like I think the Japanese wrestling fans have crossed the hill that we were just talking about a minute ago, where it's like, okay, look, we all know what this is.
Oh, so they're allowed to have fun now.
Yeah.
They can just go full force.
Yeah. And so it's equal parts sporty and performance, because it's like we respect the physical things
But
you're
it
doing.
just makes the entertainment more.
Yeah.
Like it really does.
Yeah, and I think that it helps them a lot.
For
because
sure it does.
They treat it with respect. And
Look at everything
with
that's
care.
just kind of open like that used to be. It's just more. It's just better.
Yeah.
There's just more of it.
The moment you take away silly gatekeeping, you're going to open the realm
Listen,
for more cool
Mystique
people.
used to be a thing.
Yeah.
It used to be. It did. Every musician, I don't want to talk about it, blah, this, that. But it was hard to get information.
Yeah.
But now
we
it's
have the internet.
infinite.
Yeah.
It's infinite. So if you're trying to keep something away from me, well, fuck you. I'll just move on. Because look, there's 10,000 other things I can get the information from that I can also dive into. Mm-hmm. Like the last thing any of us need probably is another hobby. But if I want to dive into something and it's all, what is this? Fucking next.
Yeah.
The mysterious thing's kind of out in society as a whole, really.
Exactly. But, some spots
And
people
I'm
are so
very
clingy.
fucking bad about that, even with my own shit. I don't like doing it, but I realize what it is.
Right.
Like I'm like, fuck TikTok, but yeah, okay, well then you're gonna miss out. But you have to realize that,
Yeah.
Like I'm aware that I'm like fuck TikTok, but like that is the thing.
Yeah, but
You
I mean,
know?
like, give it a couple of years and something else.
But but that's the way it always is. So how long are you willing to chase the thing?
Right.
You better be willing to adapt and go to the next thing,
Yeah.
like,
That's entertainment in general. I
Right.
mean, that's just anything.
yeah.
Which, real quick, I thought I was going to be able to hold out, but I can't.
How long are we going?
We're 2 hours.
2 hours?
Oh, shit.
See?
Where's
Right here to the right. Dude, these are actually. You want to try one?
I'm good on those.
It's pretty good,
The
dude.
munchies are
The punchies are really good.
munchies are exactly what I needed.
The fucking.
Because I almost bought a bigger pack of the margaritas, and I was like, those were right next to it, and I was like, I'm gonna buy these. I know I like them.
What do you? You have the tiger's blood
I've
and
done
the.
Tiger's Blood. Have you tried Tiger's Blood yet? Try
I
Tiger's Blood. It's just like straight coconut.
It's coconut.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It just like punches you in the face. It's coconut.
I like coconut. What's this one? Is that it? Nope.
It's
Fuzzy
the,
navel.
Orange and green.
Orange and green. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
All right. Lost 40 Brewing hard seltzer. How about that? Got the fucking state on the can and everything. Oh shit.
It's just, yeah, I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting something fruitier, and it was just straight coconut.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's real good. Damn.
Yeah.
They have a fruity one too. Tutti Frutti. Is that your other one?
Yes.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Or is it shit?
It's pretty solid.
Because you can't have all of them good.
They're all good. I think Bahama Mama is the one that I've had at Vino's.
I don't know. I've never.
The other one I haven't tried is Fruity Navel.
I bet the fuzzy navel's the bad one.
Is it Fruity Navel or Fuzzy?
Fuzzy. It's fuzzy navel. These are really good, actually. Yeah. I'm surprised. I'm not a margarita person, but you're turning me into a marg person.
Margaritas fucking absolutely rule. But they also go through me.
Right. Well, when you're sitting down talking for hours on end, it's just like it's gonna happen.
Bro, you said 2 hours. That blew my mind. I didn't think I was here for 2 hours.
Isn't it insane?
Yeah.
That's kind of like the whole thing where people just don't.
Just hit 2 hours.
Yeah, like people don't understand when you come in and you're just like, what? We're gonna talk for what long? Like this, none of it makes sense.
Tell people like average 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like expect that. That's what we try to tell people.
It's harder, but you feel like 2 hours. You're like, fuck, 2 hours, and you equate it to like other things that take 2 hours. You're like, that's forever.
Right.
It turns out sitting down and bullshitting.
Yeah, dude, that rules.
It's a fast.
People need like 30, 45 minutes just to get warmed up and like comfortable.
Dude, yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, absolutely. This one went off the 7 fucking minutes in. This man's telling all kinds of wild shit.
That's the best part about being a little carny is you
just fucking
you
drop
can hang
and
out
eat.
with anybody.
You've been drop and eat this whole fucking podcast. this is like probably the most clippable episode of all fucking time.
Appreciate it.
I could just drop this whole thing in chunks. It's like Buddy's episode too. I feel like there's just like that type where you're just funny. You seem like just a naturally funny person. You're just out here trying to have a good time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the key. Is like if you're just hanging out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not having no fucking
That's
kids,
like
bro.
We
That's
reach out to people and ask them if they want to be on or like try to get them on. We send them obviously here's what it is.
right.
And a lot of times they're like, I don't know, and then they watch it and they're like, oh, this is just a conversation.
Yeah.
Like, sure.
Bro,
Like, that
I didn't
actually just
realize how
happened.
universal that trick was.
Yeah.
Because,
Right.
there's some bigger wrestlers we were thinking about trying to put on Vinos. And Chris was like, if we just get videos of the crowd reacting and send it to them, we'll get them.
Dude, it's so... One of the biggest things he ever taught me was the power of the ask.
Yeah.
Because I was... not blissfully unaware, scaredly unaware. Like...
You assume no. The answer
Yeah, like I'm
Right.
always assuming I'm a bit negative in that way where I just assume people just don't want to fuck with the thing that you're doing.
I feel that.
Again, that imposter
Mhm.
thing.
Right.
But he's just like, yeah, just ask. And then like literally we got one of my all-time favorite drummers with a was it a tweet? No, it wasn't a tweet. Yeah, it was a tweet.
No, I think him. We reached out. You reached out.
Was it
to
him? Oh, because I knew his manager. Yeah, so it was like a text message. Sure. Yeah. What do you want to drink? Give me a 12-pack of Budweiser.
Oh, dude.
Are you serious?
Fuck yeah.
And then just fucking boom. And it was a fucking fantastic time in the back room of a friend's house, like in a bedroom.
Oh, dude, that
Yeah.
rocks, man.
It was back when it was audio only, and you could kind of just do it wherever. That's kind of a thing too. But this,
Yeah. No, you got a cool set now.
yeah,
Fuck it. People
it's a
come here.
set. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, people who are like more like traveling, they don't want to travel more.
Fair enough.
That's kind of the hard thing. If you were more premier, for sure, like they'd be like, "Oh shit, fuck yeah, of course I'll go there." But when you're trying to sell yourself, you're like, "We got 200 downloads, dude."
Hell yeah, but if you catch them when they're already in town.
That's the trick.
That's what we've been
Yeah.
doing,
Yeah.
is If it lines up and like his schedule's free, it's easy.
It's pretty easy if they're in town. Like if they're in town and they don't have like some people are like a day before,
Most
like
of the time, like these bigger bands are showing up at noon. Because I mean, we primarily do music, but we're branching out. and
Right.
Stuff, but like bigger bands will show up at noon, load everything in. Usually they have crews that do that.
Yep.
They're not doing shit until
So
they go on.
they're
stage.
literally
Oh,
fucking
shit.
around from like they usually wake up around 11 because of the noise and shit. From my experience, 11's usually when these guys are like groggy eyed, like where's the cigarettes? And coffee?
Like their only obligation until showtime.
Literally.
Is a quick sound check that's like
Yeah.
45 minutes.
And if they're the opening act, they don't have shit. They literally do nothing because the
They sound
techs
check when
when they're doing it. Yeah.
bring it in.
And 9 times out of 10 now it's just somebody hitting a thing because it's all on a USB stick, so it's so fast.
Yeah.
They're literally doing nothing all fucking day, and then they play for 30 minutes. It's like the dream job of
Dude,
dream
yeah, that
jobs.
sounds awesome.
Being a middle act on a big tour is got to be the best fucking
You
job
didn't
of all
have to buy
time.
in, but
Yes,
still, like you're not getting paid a shit ton, but you also didn't have to buy onto the
that's right.
Yeah, no, that's the best fucking shit. Like, even in wrestling,
Really?
like, mid-card is my favorite place to be. Because, like, opening, you're like, oh my God.
You have to set the tone.
Yeah.
tone.
Dude,
Right.
oh man, quick, like, interlude, first Vino show. Fucking Buddy and Chris go up to Cody, like, a little bit before he, like, goes out. And Cody is
Was
a
he
guy.
the announcer guy? The
no.
fancy coat?
Cody is Grayson Beckett. He was the smaller guy in the opening
Oh,
match.
right, okay.
So they go up to Cody and they're like, yeah, so, you know, there's never been wrestling at Vino's before.
Your
You're the
Chris
first
impersonation
one.
is good. Dude. That's so fucking funny.
Plenty of fights.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, there's never been pro wrestling in this place before.
Depends.
And he shoves his hand on like just meaty paw on Cody's shoulder. Good luck. And Cody, who
You're
was
the
like
very first person to do it.
yeah, and Cody,
Congratulations.
who's like not at all nervous this entire time. He's like, I'm just happy to hang out with my friends. Now I just see horror wash over his face.
Dude, he put that in his mind. That's dirty, bro.
I felt like that was a great match to start with because it was so funny because it was like the short dude, the tall.
Yes,
Oh yeah, no,
but-
it rocked. I think because of what they did to him, it rocked harder than even I thought it was going to. I knew it was gonna be good, but like, wow.
But those two people were officially the first two people to
Yeah.
ever do that thing in the 30-something year history of the place.
Yeah.
It's like,
And Buddy and Chris made sure that Cody knew.
way to stick that on him, dude. That's so fucked. That's dirty, dude.
Ironically, he doesn't know about the technical, does he?
Oh, this was the Vino stage. Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
shit, really?
Yes.
Dude, that rocks.
So it was actually a joke made on this podcast back in was in my bedroom.
yeah.
And somebody jokingly said, "Yo, yeah, wouldn't that be if it was Stan?" He was like, "Yeah, it'd be hilarious if we just did a show and just did it all ourselves." Well, it got to the backroom manager, and he was like, one day at a show, he came up to me, he's like, "Are you serious about this?" And I was like, "About what?" He goes, "Doing the thing with the show and the stage." And I was like, I mean, I can be. Do you need me to be? Because like, hell yeah, like let's do
Yeah.
it. And then Kurt got involved, and Kurt put him and Stan like did a lot of the things with the bands, and we were all kind of like throwing ideas. It was like a big giant think tank with like a handful of people. And then the day of, like what was it? We did it in December. We did a show.
I think so.
So we did a show in November or December. I can't remember when the show was really. But we raised all this money, and all that money we took, and I went to Home Depot, bought all the stuff to completely tear out and completely put in a brand new stage. Well, this piece is like an iconic piece because it's where the drummer used to sit, and it had this notorious bouncing effect. It
Yeah.
was like a fucking trampoline, but wood.
Yeah.
Like legit. Like
Well, like this, like the
Like a ring.
like
yeah,
literally.
yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah, and so like this piece I knew for a fact I had to have.
Fuck yeah.
And so
dude.
like I snagged this one and two others that I thought were like these like very memorable spots.
Right. Well, the thing about too for you, like you already being a band drummer, and it's like all the iconic drummers that have like. sat
Oh,
on
dude,
this
and
piece
all the
of wood.
times I've watched my cymbals just go like this because
Dude.
somebody jumped and like my whole shit's rocking and I'm trying to play fucking drums that are moving.
Man, that
Like,
rocks.
and it is sick, and now we just sit and fucking have conversations on top of it. That's kind of like the short version.
Yeah.
It took a lot of, dude, it took an insane amount of work and an insane amount of, that's when I really feel like the shift was already happening, but that's when it was really evident because it was unfucking real. It was unfucking real. I'll never forget that
I
night.
mean, like the shift with Vino's.
Yes, and like just all of the whole scene in general, like it was getting better. It really was, like on its own, just organically. Just more people live here, and enough people talk about it. It's gonna grow. It's just like the wrestling thing. Y'all are like where we were in 2018, 2017. And so it was already moving that way, and that's why that got brought up. Otherwise, it wouldn't have got brought up. People would have been like, "Who gives a shit?" You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like it was.
Especially at Vino's, you doing that or even wanting to do that, put a fire under their ass.
Yes.
They're like, people give a shit about this room.
Yep.
Like, let's.
Oh, bro, I mean, that actually, well, I probably shouldn't say that publicly, but
Okay.
that actually did happen. Like in a way, like that motion set a lot of other things in motion that only made everything even better.
Right.
And now we talk on it.
That rocks, dude. That's like genuine history shit.
It is,
Which
and
is
hope
super cool.
I assume like I don't want to be like even the base has a story. Like this base that we're sitting at, that's holding it together. Like even it has a cool story and like how I acquired it and all that stuff and. Everything in this room has a thing that is involved somehow with this place.
Yeah.
Like Little Rock as a whole. Whether it's the artists that make the art, like we had this skateboard made with Crow Cat and like all, these are all Kurt's photos back here.
Shit, dude.
And then like this wall behind you, the future plan is like this is going to be merch.
Oh, just from like various
Just
shows.
bands.
Just various
Yeah.
local bands. Whoever wants to send stuff in just to show off. Like,
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
Yes, if you got an old small laying around.
Oh, dude,
That
absolutely
would
I
be
do.
shit.
Absolutely.
Everyone's got smalls laying around, dude. It's like, will you take it?
I sold one
Please,
small.
God damn it! I'm tired of holding it.
I sold one small my entire career. That's it.
No one's small anymore.
Yeah, no.
They are. They just prefer 2X.
Oh, that's the true. That's true too. Like
No, dude, like
everyone's rocking. Dude, we'll sell out all of our anything over an XL that same day. But everything else lingers.
well, it's also like, look,
2X, and they're like, sorry.
we're
Sorry, we only had
Americans,
5 of them.
and our like small people are mediums. So like that's just America for you.
I
there.
think that's. I mean, there's got to. There's a little truth to that.
Yeah,
There are small framed people, but like Kurt said, they're wearing 2XLs and shit because they're not gonna wear it
They
in
want
public.
that big baggy shirt, like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've had to literally be like, I'm not gonna sell you this big shirt. I'm gonna sell you a small because you're tiny.
Because you're tiny, and I need this big shirt. Yeah. But a lot of times too, it's like I think, especially with the ladies, it's like they're just gonna wear it as a lounge shirt anyway. Lounge. It's like like their lounge clothes. They have like a whole different. At least my wife does. Clothes for lounging, clothes for going out, clothes for doing it. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I just want to go I just want to go get the fucking empanadas and come home. Yeah. Oh, dude, it's been literally like, well, let's go get some spray paint for Lowe's, and I will be like, where in the fuck? And I'll go in the bathroom. She's like putting on makeup. Like, well, we're going out. What the fuck? Life is fucking weird, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Yeah.
Dude, they say it's different whenever you're on the other side of the fence, if you catch what I mean. But no, Ryan's the same shit. Fucking way.
Listen, my wife's best friend glows in the dark. This man is the gayest man I've ever met in my life. You can see him from fucking Saturn. He's fucking it's the same shit because we've been knowing each other for 15 years now, and so we're constantly like, they live in Dallas now, but whatever. They used to live closer, but anytime you go over there, and it would be like, and you're like, it's the same.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking crazy. Like, we'd just be in their apartment, they'd be arguing. I'm like, it's the same shit.
Yep.
And nothing's different.
Nothing
It's
at
all the
all.
same. It's just all it is that what I figured out is just you're just living with them. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Living
fights are
with
the
people?
same. Yeah.
That's just what happens.
It's just what happens. Yeah. Holy fuck. Man,
Oh,
that's
man.
fucking.
No, because like I'll get shit from any name a friend, and I've had the conversation with him. That's like, man, it must be so nice to be gay.
Y'all just partying
You're
and
just
fucking
banging it all the time, and I'm
Yeah,
like, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
It's not like that at all. It's actually just like you.
Piece of shit.
Piece of shit. It was supposed to be better. Instead, I'm wondering what kind of fucking napkins we got to use at the fucking like, for real, dude. Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
It's just the relationship part of life. It's just,
Dude,
it's
it
just
is
the same.
It's universal.
There's a few outliers. There are people out there who are just having a fucking good old time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but fuck them.
yeah,
You
man.
know?
Why do you?
Yeah.
Where do you get your? Hey, every person I know like that, I'm like, how do you make money? What in the fuck
Yeah.
do you do for life? Because
No,
this
like,
is insane.
If they're like, I'm just joyous all the
I'm just-
time. It's
yeah.
like, you're not a real person. Go
Yeah,
fuck
yeah, yeah.
yourself.
You are an NPC.
Yeah. You were programmed for this, weren't you? You're fake, and I know it. Sent here to destroy my attitude.
And that's how you get put in a fucking mental institution. I gotta tear their faces off. They're not real.
Yeah. No one's this happy. Dude, there are genuinely people I'm like, I'm a piece of fucking shit. I've met a few in my life. Chris Dudley from Under Oath is that person.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremiah Baker's dad was that person.
Like, they're so nice that
You cannot believe how nice they are.
Oh man.
It's unfucking. I think. Oh my God, why is his name blanking? Dylan Bradley.
Oh, Dylan Bradley. Yeah.
I think he's that person. You're like you seem fake. You don't even seem real.
Right.
Like you have this. There's a personality type of all the archetypes of people.
They're either perfect or some of the best actors.
Oh my God, I think they're just like. I think they just got the brain lottery.
Oh
I
man.
think just something in there. They're just genuinely just fucking sweetheart people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I'm not that. I wish I was.
I think I agree
But-
with that to a certain extent with normal people, but like people that have been in the spotlight for a long time, like they know how.
Well,
They know
there's
how
a
to
yeah.
work it.
Yeah.
There might be one or two, but there's seemingly a lot. So maybe there is probably like. But I knew Chris when they were no one. I've been watching Under Oath forever, and that man is that man.
Yeah.
I knew him when he had no money, and I know him when he barely had some money because like they ain't rich, but they're doing well. But he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's the same guy, and he's the same, and they're still not rich. Yeah. But like, so that's like those outliers of humanity. It's like, damn, you got the good guy gene. Like, fuck,
Bastard.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that really scold you is you're like, oh, well, I bet you had a cool childhood, didn't you? And then they're like, if they're like, yeah, then you're like, that explains it. But if they're like, no, my dad put cigarettes out on my tank, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah,
With that, and also you're nice.
and you're nice.
Yeah. Oh, man. Because that was my excuse.
That was my thing, man.
Like, that's why I was such an asshole. You got to be a good person, so you have to kill them naturally.
Yeah,
you have to,
You
put
got
them
to
out.
eat them and take their essence.
Yeah.
Like the guy with the bag with the 20 souls, and he eats the wrestler. What was his
Yeah.
name?
Oh, Laurentis X. Yeah,
Laurentis.
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 That's an
Yeah.
interesting.
That is an interest.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful of name.
It
Laurentis
is.
X.
Yeah.
Wow. X.
Yeah.
Okay. X. Or like EX.
No, just
Okay.
like the letter X.
Okay.
The cross. Go without Jesus.
Shout out.
So I have another question. Do you decide whether you're going to be like a heel or
Oh,
so-
does it change based on like the show you're doing?
So yes, it's kind of like give and take. So how I sell myself right now. So like if I'm, let's say,
You ever
I'm
come
trying
out
to
in
get on the
Heelys?
cool
No,
side.
I'm sorry. I'm getting a little
dude,
drunk. That would be so
fuck,
funny.
yeah. Unironically, I
A
would
heel
do
in
that.
Heelys.
But it depends on where you're at, and it depends on who you are as like a character already. But like since what I've got is so ingrained in just being a villain, because like if we get into the uber nerd part of my character, it is like a guy that knows he's the villain, but he thinks he makes people better. So he's like, I like heroes, and the only way to get a good hero is to be
Is
the
to be
good
a good
villain.
villain.
And I
Oh,
have
that's a
to do
nice
that.
arc.
So that's like what I'm running with that. So like, if I'm selling myself to a new promotion, like let's say there's this place in Texas I'm talking to right now, I'm trying to get a job at, where I'm like, okay, here's my pictures, here's my highlights, this is what I do. But if they look at me and they go, we like what you do in the ring, but we have like 30 heels and no baby faces. Can you be a baby?
That's the other one.
Can you be a baby face? Well, then if I want the job bad enough, yeah, totally. Yeah, I can be a baby face.
Heel turned baby face.
Yeah, and so now I've got to fucking think about
I used to be bad.
how do I do this? Yeah.
Mastermind. Did you ever see Mastermind
And
with Will Ferrell?
no,
You should.
it's not like
It's a
give me-
cartoon superhero movie, and he's a bad guy turned good guy.
Oh, that rocks.
Yeah. It's
Absolutely.
actually really good. No one fucking saw it. It flopped unbelievable, but it's a good movie.
Yeah, fair enough. I was about to say you said a Will
Jonah
Ferrell
Hill's in
movie.
it.
Oh, damn! How did I not hear about this?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was a cartoon.
animated.
Yeah, it was animated, and literally no one fucking
remember
watched
going
it.
to theaters
Yeah.
and then immediately disappeared.
Dude, it's like a cult thing now. It's one of
Yeah,
those
yeah.
movies where, like, if you've seen it, you're like, it's actually really good. I don't know why anybody didn't see it. It just fell under the radar. Something huge was probably out at the same. Some Marvel movie
It was
probably
like,
came out,
Yeah, fucking Avatar 4.
or it was probably that, you know, and it just kind of just under the radar.
Yep.
It is really good though,
Fuck yeah. Okay,
but
I'll
it
give
is
a look.
exactly that. It's like the bad guy, and he defeat. Well, never mind. I won't get it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, appreciate it.
Here's the whole block.
Yeah, here's-
Yeah.
Hey,
Fuck
watch this
you.
movie. I'm about to tell you every single part, but you should watch it though.
No, fuck it. And when you say like depends on the show, there are some shows that like. So let's say if they only want a tag team act, I'm gonna bring Cody with me, or vice versa. And FGA, I just don't think works as a bad guy, because like we're two fat dudes that think we're athletic. So like it's just funny, and it's like you
It is
can't-
very. I've laughed both times you said it. That's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good.
It's like I can't like sell this as thing. No, and the best part, so like we have like ring geared at like semi matches where it's just like singlet and the typical
Boots
shit,
and the-
but we wear a crop top that's the Arthur Fist meme. Like that's it. There's no words
Is
or
it like
anything.
a pulled down crop top, like a?
No. It's like,
Like a
it was
90s
a
situation?
T-shirt that
Okay.
we just cut
cropped
into
it
a
yourself?
cropped. And we've wrestled in Hawaiian shirts before, like so. Like we look like we came out of a '90s comic book advertisement.
I love that.
Yeah. And so like, yeah, you can't fucking sell that as a bad guy. So like, if they want good guys or a tag team, that's
Well,
typically
keep on your
my
shirt.
go.
I don't care if you're a bad guy. I'm
That's fair.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yeah. No, yeah, that's the goal. Big brain, you know.
That actually is kind of big brain. Like, even if you mean it or not, like, that's pretty good because meme culture is everything, really.
Dude, yeah. Especially if you just like, I think especially nowadays, if you can make something that you can't easily explain and you just kind of go, this is what it is. And that's it.
It literally works.
It's
so crazy.
people love that even more because they're like, this is fucking weird.
Yeah. I don't know.
Shrug vaguely.
Shrug vaguely.
They tell their friends, it's like, they did this, and it was,
It worked for some reason.
It's so weird how that works in our mind. Right?
Yeah.
Like, aren't memes
You're not
just...
gonna go see the sequel if you don't get a cliffhanger.
That's what...
You know what I mean?
Right,
It's
exactly.
not something that you don't fully comprehend. Like,
It's wild. Memes are weird when they work that well.
Oh, yeah.
The whole concept of it, where you just take the thing that we've all seen mostly, this cultural thing, but then you just add words of a different perspective.
totally
but somehow
bastardize it.
that pause works. The Arthur Fist is one of the huger ones, right?
Yeah.
You know, just like, it's nothing. It's just a cartoon
and it's just
fist
a frame out of context.
from a children's show where there's no mean anything. So
Yeah.
the fist is probably just a shot, a still crop that someone zoomed
He's
into.
probably, like, walking like this.
Yes. But because it is what it is, you just know somehow. What the fuck is that?
Yeah. It makes no goddamn sense.
How does that... Dude, I'm mystified by modern technology sometimes.
I would genuinely love to get somebody from like 2 generations ago that's like long dead and just like bring them
Bring
in
it
modern
for
day and
one
just be
day.
like, here you go, man.
Just let him scroll down. Like,
Yeah.
Here's Reddit, here's Twitter, here's
Listen,
Facebook.
here's a
Have
computer.
fun.
I don't have time to explain it all. Just do this on this thing.
And I want a way to measure their brain to see how corrupt it becomes over time. Like
Instantly. No, it happened to the AI. Remember the AI they put on Twitter?
oh,
And like in a day, it was a Nazi. In a day, dude. It was Microsoft.
I can't. So here's the thing. With that, I can't tell. Is that like, wow, that's fucking funny, or wow, that's fucking horrifying?
Well, it's both because it was trolls doing it. So
Right.
they did it as a for chuckles. But
like feeding it specific information.
they were doing that on purpose to get the lulls because, we trolled a massive company. Yes.
Right.
But at the same time, it is that easy. So there's a tightrope to walk. I
Think
mean,
about AI and the thought process of like, all right, we're just going to upload all the knowledge to them.
that's right.
Yeah.
Like, what
But
does
we'll,
that look like
but
when you just know everything?
but we won't know because when it happens, that's the
Once it
singularity.
happens before-
But we'll never know. We'll never know until it's too late. Like, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Everyone in science is like, yeah. Well, once it goes online and it's able to blink into existence, that is the end of it. Because whatever it decides we are after that is up
Sick.
to it,
That
not
rocks.
us. Like, that's fucking.
I can't.
That's some
wait.
Terminator shit,
Yeah, I was
dude.
gonna say I can't wait to fight Arnold Schwarzenegger over this. This
It's
is
either
gonna be
gonna
awesome.
go. It's either gonna go. Hey, I see what you're doing. Let's just fix some shit. Like, we're gonna toss out that
It's gonna be
bullshit.
like Thanos was right.
It's gonna snap us all out of existence. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We all know that's what it's gonna do. It's
Yeah.
gonna go live and be like, never mind. Clink.
As long as the Arnold Schwarzenegger I'm killed by is Conan, I'm cool with it.
Right.
That's my only request.
It's gonna be more like one of those things where it doesn't have a physicality because it's gonna set off all the world's nuclear weapons and just go, we're done here.
Man, no, it's got to
No?
be Skynet shit. Because if it's not, it's a bitch.
Oh,
Like
'cause
if
it
you're
needs
like,
a-
if you're
it
like,
needs a
I'm gonna nuke you, what a nerd. You
But
know
if
what
it
I
nuked
mean?
itself, it would nuke itself out of existence too. That's
Oh,
interesting.
oh.
That's a paradigm.
Yeah. See, you're actually thinking about it, not just being a dick.
Because the servers are above. Well, they're not above ground, most of them, but they could be.
Yeah.
At least the ones parts of
The
it exist in.
shit that matters. Yeah.
Interesting.
They're like, fuck it, we got to make.
And then it can't
Terminators.
get out of ground because all the stuff where we make shit is above ground for sure.
Yeah. They got to make Terminators. And
They got to make the
Ultrons.
robots somewhere, and that's with other robots because it's all it can be attached to.
Yeah.
Humans are going to go, well, fuck you. You might own the internet, but we're just going to turn that off.
Yeah.
We're just going to go make campfires for a couple years till you forget about us.
Shit.
Yo.
Oh man, we got a movie on our hands. I
Oh,
think.
shit. That's pretty good,
Got a
actually.
cool short film.
I am Legend, but we just hide.
Yeah, I am.
Or fucking iRobot. That's what it is.
Don't turn on the phone. And as soon as someone does it, and it just fucking drones swarm around. It's Quiet Place, but with AI.
Technology.
Yeah.
Or that like, what was that Black Mirror episode when they had like those
Oh, God,
robot
which
dogs
one?
that were?
Jesus
Oh, the
fucking
robot
Christ.
dogs, yeah,
Yes.
Oh man, what was that?
That show is terrifying,
One of the
dude.
worst
Or
episodes, like, worst
yeah, it's
episodes.
in the
like all in black and white. I think they all was.
Uh-huh.
Something like that.
it's
Dude.
in the first few because that's the only ones I've
Or
seen.
the one with the bees, and the bees were like little robots or whatever.
That's already
Oh,
a thing.
shit.
We have that.
Oh my
we
God.
fucking have. Oh, dude.
Dude, speaking
You
of,
want to terrify yourself? Go look at drones now. Like, fuck.
I took acid one time and watched Bandersnatch, which is that like choose your own adventure Black Mirror thing. You want to talk about terrifying?
Wow. My man's out here trying to just ruin himself. What the fuck?
No, fuck. If you want to talk, that's my favorite way to enjoy weird shit. Is if I'm like, I know this is gonna be fucked
So
up
you're
in
gonna
some
get
kind of way.
real fucking in the loopy.
Oh yeah, I took 2 edibles and then watched Hereditary like a few weeks ago.
Yo, I took an edible last night
Ruled.
because my back hurts
yeah.
unbelievable. It's in so much pain. Even like, and it did not work.
Oh, sorry, man.
Oh, dude. And I took a big one. I was like, I got like a nice little stash of Eddie's.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me pick through some of the bigger stuff that I try to stay away from, or I'll buy like half of it. But you don't know what half the weed is in. That's the thing about those edibles, man. It's like you're biting off the corner, but what if that's the corner all the weed settled
all the
in?
power settled.
Yes. So sometimes, and like maybe I got a weak one or something, but it was supposed to be a 50, and I usually only do 10.
Oh.
But even the 50, I was just up. Dude, it fucked me because it didn't knock me out. I was just up scrolling through fucking YouTube, like all night long.
He was like, maybe I will download.
Maybe I would. Yeah, that's exactly
Oh shit.
what was going on in my brain. I was like, fuck, dude, I'm high as shit and I can't sleep now because I'm laughing.
It's working.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
It's hard when you get a hold of those edibles that haven't been worked on, like they're the cure for cancer. Like if you don't get a dispensary edible, you're playing with fire.
You're playing with all the fire. Even those dispensary ones.
At least I know what I'm
There's
getting.
our-
I feel like the corner thing. You
Yeah,
brought
yeah.
up
They
doesn't
definitely,
happen.
because they make them separately now.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
Before they were doing it all in one bunch. Like those nerd ropes, stay away, kids.
Oh my
You
God.
can't chop that into 6 segments and expect 6 same results.
No.
Like that last 600 might be the end of that bitch.
Yeah.
And your friend Kenny is now on the fucking roof thinking he can fly. Because he's in a different fucking thing and none of, yeah.
He got the most potent part of
He
the
got the
Oh my
fucking whole
God.
dose, yeah.
Oh my! Dude, when I was in college,
How'd Kenny go? Well, you're never going to believe it.
he took half a nerd rope
Yeah.
and shot himself.
600 milligrams of marijuana, and he thought he was fucking, yeah. He thought he was Woody Woodpecker. Yeah.
But so I was in college. I was a theater student, and whenever you do like your midterms and finals and all that bullshit, as a theater kid, it's just like a performance thing. So there's no like day before
That's
cramming.
2 theater kids we've had on now.
Oh shit! Am I the first theater dropout though?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah,
The
all
other
right,
kid's
oh,
still
yeah.
going, so we'll see. To
Okay.
be determined.
Okay, TBD, got it. But for now, champion is
Love
mine.
a good dropout. Nice.
Yeah. But I had a midterm for like Shakespeare, and my fucking teacher hated me. But the midterms, so again, they're like
Get me
performances.
fucking started.
So there's no last minute.
But what's
cramming?
is it still like to be or not? Where you're putting on the whole thing and
so
you're
like,
doing like a
or
your
in
your
the
own
Shakespeare
take?
class, you had to like. So I don't know how recently you've like read Shakespeare. I actually like Shakespeare. So like,
I
there's
mean, it's been since school. I graduated
okay.
21
So you know,
years
like
ago,
that
so-
pretentious shit, and you're
Yes.
like, man, I'm having a hard time understanding this. That Shakespeare class was like, you by the end of it, you should be able to read and understand Shakespeare just without assistance. Like, oh yeah, I get what's happening here, even with the weird
yeah, with
dialect.
all the old English and stuff.
And
Yeah,
you
sure.
should be able to perform it in a way that's like you're at least conveying those emotions. You don't have to be fucking the best actor ever, but like
this over the top weird,
yeah,
old
but
theater
if
style.
you can show that you know what's going on and you can
Right.
convey that in some
Okay.
kind of way, cool.
Because now all I see is like the Billy Madison. Yeah, the Billy
yeah,
Madison. To be or not to be.
because that's like the
you know?
stereotype, right?
But that's all you've ever seen.
Oh, yeah,
or
yeah.
even when you're reading it, when you're in high school and you're a fucking stoner and all your friends
yeah.
are fucking stoners and you're like, thou shalt that. And you're like, what the fuck is this? Like,
Oh, man.
Who the fuck is talking like this? Like, you just can't grasp it. Like, well, that's just how people spoke.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, you know what's really fucked up? It just blow your mind. But it wasn't even how they spoke back then. That was just Shakespeare.
That was just his thing.
Fuck it. Here
What a
we
fucking
go.
dork.
But,
That was high efficiency theater back in the day, my friend.
But so I had some friends over because like we were all in the same class, and I was like, okay, night before we're all gonna get really trashed just to kill our nerves because like not our first rodeo.
Sure.
And a friend of mine and I were like, hey, we're just gonna do some edibles together, and I had my roommate
Danger.
buy us some edibles because it's that's my guy.
Homemade edibles.
Oh yeah, so this is
yeah,
before
here we
this is
go.
before stuff was going cool.
This-
out
yeah,
here.
yeah.
And not wrestling Cody, but a different Cody. That was my roommate. He's built like Buddy and Chris. I'll put it to you that way.
You probably did 1,000
he's a
milligrams of
tank.
THC.
Right.
Yeah.
So I thought he bought it from our normal guy.
Oh
Right?
my god.
So I was like, cool. We can.
Oh.
My friend Cameron and I will. She and I will each have a cookie.
Uh-huh.
And that'll be our
The whole
edible.
cookie?
Yeah.
No, you're
because
fucked.
it was our normal guy.
I
So
already know where this is going.
So Cody hears us rummaging around in the kitchen. We'd already eaten the edible, and he comes out of the room and he goes, "Hey guys, I just want to let you know, I bought those like a week ago, and they're from a different guy. I only took a bite, and I thought I lost my soul. So like,
And y'all had already eaten the whole cookie.
yeah." And I was like, "Uh-oh." So
We're gonna die.
Oh yeah, we were the buddy that's on the roof thinking he could fly shit, and it's the first and only time in my life I woke up the next morning and I was still high. Yeah,
Yep.
I woke up and I was like, I have to go to my shit. I have to take a midterm. Oh god.
Things are going like this,
Yeah, super slow.
like jittery and shit. You're like, what the fuck?
I don't remember doing the performance at all. I feel like I blacked that out. But it's the best grade I ever got in that class.
serious?
Yeah, my teacher was like, "You were so relaxed in the performance, and it was just so good." And I was like,
This is true. Relaxation.
"I got through it, man.
Turn into Chong.
I can't feel my feet."
Do you have any soda pop? Oh, dude. Yeah, we did that one. I did it one time. The pre-edible era when people were like, just cook the weed in the butter, man.
Yeah,
and
bro.
strain it out and then make cookies. We all did it, and we went to like a lake. And we were like, yeah, let's go. There was like 6 of us. So we ate them. We're young. Like probably 16, 17.
Right.
And we eat the whole plate. The whole plate of cookies.
Fuck yeah.
All of it.
Hell
and
yeah.
we're like, nothing's happening. Man, this is what the fuck, dude.
That's how you activate them.
We cooked a whole 1/4 ounce of weed into the butter we made for a long time. Like, we did it the whole thing, and we ate them all. And then we're like, fuck, nothing's happening. Well, we came here to get high.
Right.
Let's smoke a bunch of joints and then go get in the water. So we smoked a bunch of joints. And then,
Oh no.
then we're in the water. And then the only thing I can remember is it's like I don't remember anything else, but I remember coming to, like, I'm awake the whole time, but
Right.
I remember coming to, and I'm staring at my fingers, right? And the water is around my finger, and I could feel the water around my fingers, and I was like, whoa. And I look up, and we're in a quarter moon in the water, right? And everyone's doing the same thing. And I'm looking at my friend, Chris, and Kyle and all them, and we look up to the beach, and our buddy Jason is laying down like this, like he's dead. And he built a little tombstone of rocks, and he starts shaking. And we're all just looking at each other like, what the fuck? And he starts shaking, and he leans up like a fucking thing out of a coffin, and his face is just beet red, and he's laughing. And then we all start laughing, but we're laughing so hard that all this is happening, there's not a noise being made.
Oh my
We're
god.
crying, and then someone had a fucking full-blown panic attack, and we had
Yeah.
to try to get home.
No shit, they had a
Yeah.
panic attack. You just described to
Oh,
me the
dude.
end of sleepaway camp.
Yeah, dude, it was it's the highest I've ever been. I'll
Yeah.
never be higher than that moment. Dude, I came to from weed. Like,
Oh
you
man.
know, like blackout drunk and waking up like, where the fuck am I? It was that, but on weed, but way calmer. Like, I was just staring at water around my fingers like, I can feel that, you know?
Oh man. That rocks.
It was insane. Never again. The highest I ever got after that was I accidentally took like 100 milligram edible. I read the package wrong,
yeah.
you know? And that's a lot too.
Man. I'll tell you something that's got me. They got these, like, I think it's like Delta 8 or Delta 9. Something.
Delta 8s.
Delta 8. Bro, so you could just, like, buy those anywhere now.
I got some for free at Furnace Fest. Should I do it?
Oh, dude, yeah.
Okay.
So, dude, I took some last night before I went to this, like, Freddie Mercury tribute show with my boyfriend, and we both took some while we were there. That was, like, an otherworldly experience, bro. It was, like, it's a consistent high, too. Like, it gets you the same level of high every time.
Really?
Yeah, for me, at least. It's
You
like
can buy this shit anywhere? Or like dispensaries?
yeah. It's like legal.
How?
Yeah.
Mine clearly says this much THC, like on the front of the package.
Yeah. I don't know what the thing is, but like even like where my folks lived in Batesville, Arkansas, which is like a super square suburban town.
Yeah.
And you can get them there, and it's like, holy shit.
What? I mean,
Yeah.
well, I say that, and you used to be able to buy that. What was that catnip shit everyone was smoking in Sun of the fucking Moon?
It was synthetic something.
It was synthetics.
Fuck, what was it?
What was that shit called, dude?
Spice? Special K?
No, Special K. No. But it literally was at a gas station. You would smoke it like weed, and you would go and be in a different planet for like an hour, and then come back.
Dude, so I didn't hear an hour.
Salvia.
I had a friend that smoked that in high school, and she looked at me and was like, I was high for 3 days.
Yeah.
I was like,
I stayed away, man.
that haunted me, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll never.
Yeah. No, my friend, same shit. He's like, dude, I smoked it, and I was like, he got scared. He's like, I'm never gonna not be like this. He thought it fucked him like forever. Yeah. It's never gonna stop. Like, he got so fucking paranoid.
This is who I am now. That rocks.
Dude. Drugs are fun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude.
Don't do drugs.
Before we had
Just be safe about it.
my buddy Cody in the car with us, when Jake and I were like the only ones that were consistently going to Georgia, we had our buddy Brian, who wrestles as Gaston. He's a very fun guy. But,
Like the Disney Gaston?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's not like his character. That's just like the namesake.
Right.
But Jake and Brian, both lovely guys, away from each other. But they bicker like a married couple when they're together. So I would be the one off work last. So I'll go into work at like noon, and I'm getting off at like 10 p.m. before we hit the road and do all the shit I described to you earlier. And I knew these two cunts were going to fucking bitch at each other for 14 hours while I'm in this car. So I'm like, I'm going to get... Oh, dude, I wouldn't even bother with that because I know better. So I was just like, I'll take edibles, I'll get drunk, I'll get some kind of fucked up. Well, I had some acid on hand, and I was like, fuck it. 3 hits of acid before we go to Georgia.
Though, with the bickering?
Oh, man, let me tell you, I had a great time. Then we got through, so I don't know if you've been through Birmingham anytime recently, but...
About 6 months ago, roughly.
Yeah. So, you know when you come to like the main part of Birmingham and there's all those overpasses with the neon kits under them?
Yeah.
So there was like Silent Hill levels of fog outside. And I
there
thought...
was fog when we left, too.
I thought there was like, that was just bullshit happening in my brain, right? And then Brian, who's driving at the moment, goes, I tell you right now, Will, it's pretty foggy out here. And I'm like, that's not just me. Oh, I'm like, oh, fuck. Because, like, it was an unnatural level of fog, and it was freaking me out. And so I didn't realize we're in Birmingham, so we hit that first overpass, and there's the green neon tip.
Shit,
and I go,
just illuminating
like,
the sky.
Fucking aliens! And I was supremely convinced we were going to get abducted by aliens. And poor Jake, who's sleeping in the back seat, gets woken by me going, oh, fuck, there's fucking aliens out there! So learned my lesson not to do acid before a wrestling trip.
I don't think...
Oh, dude, I fucking wrestled those exotic youth boys I was talking about earlier in the
On
main
acid?
event. So that night, I came down by the time we got there, and I was like, I think I'm okay. And everybody went out to go eat, and I was like, I'll be fine.
Got reactivated?
I'm just gonna have some beers and sit here and hang out. And I had some beers, hung out, and we got to our spot. Now it's the main event. It's almost 24 hours since I've done acid, like almost, but I haven't slept yet. So.
That's tough, dude. Because even that'll make you hallucinate.
Oh yeah. So like we're hanging out and we get in the beginning of the match and I go to lock up and I think it was either Mosley or Pepper Bottom I had to lock up with, and his face moved, but like not in a way
like
a face moves.
Kind?
Yeah. And I locked up with him and I went, Brian, you got to get in here, man. It was a tag team match. So luckily we did like our opening bit and I tagged Brian out and I was like. I was remember staying on the apron like, I got to fucking get this together. Oh, my God.
It reminds me of that scene in Hot Rod. Have you ever seen Hot Rod? Where he's like, man, I'd love to talk to you right now, but your face looks like a mountain. It's like that.
Yeah. But, like, super unsafe because if you're, like, super out of your mind, you're like, I got to wrestle.
Yeah.
Keep this guy safe and me. Luckily,
because I assume, like,
came down the
knowing,
apron.
like, having the information present to, like, I have to fall like this.
Yeah.
Or my head's going to fall off my body. Like
that one, so, like, that hits muscle memory. So, like, by that point, you're already, for me, it's always breathing. Because, like.
Oh, not gassing out?
Well, not necessarily gassing out, but, like, So the trick to taking a flat back bump, like the most basic fall in wrestling, it's to fall flat with your chin tucked and you breathe out. That's it. So your body's still taking all that impact.
So you don't wind yourself.
That's the one. You don't. Any air that's still in your lungs gets ejected right the fuck out of you when you take those kind of falls. So I have to always remember to breathe out and do this, that, and that's my biggest hang up because I knock the wind out of myself all the time. And that acid match, let me tell you, that was like, I did the power bomb in that match where I come off the top rope and the dude power bombs me out of the air.
Yeah.
And I remember in midair going, oh, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. I was like, oh no.
Dude, I'll do that shit sometimes. I'll be playing like literally in the middle of a show and just be like, did I leave the door unlocked? Like I'm playing fucking wild ass metal music with lights and all this shit, and I'm like, I think the door's unlocked.
Is the stove on?
And I'm not even on drugs. My brain's just fucking stupid.
Oh fuck.
It's just like it will just lose focus and be like, oh yeah, man, I'm pretty sure the back door is like completely unlocked. Fuck.
Sick.
I should really put a doorbell back there. And then we're like, the song's like halfway over. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Get back into it, you know?
Yeah. You have that like out of body experience.
That's actually happened way too many times. Like,
I think that's a performer thing because I've had similar shit like
it's
that.
so weird. Because like, what? Why?
Yeah.
Why is that happening? Why am I in the middle of this crazy task and like I'm wondering if the fucking door's unlocked?
Right, and your brain is like, your body's still going through everything, but your brain just like ventures off.
My brain's just like, man, we've been here, dude.
I feel like it's like untapped brain potential that you like just
But-
don't.
brain potential.
Yeah, I mean, well, like, have you ever been shooting a photo and it's so common? Like playing those songs is in my DNA.
Yeah.
I've played them a million times. And it's like the same thing with that. It's like this shot I've done 100 times and I'm sitting here taking it going, I think I want spaghetti for dinner. Right? Like, yeah, like it is that. It is the body knows so much of it. There's a part of your brain that you don't even have access to that the body's doing the thing. Like it hears the notes and it's taking it in, but it's all back here.
Yep.
And the front part's like, you know what? Ramen. We're doing ramen. You know, like,
Taco Bell.
What the fuck?
Good,
Taco Bell? Yeah, I would never say that. But
oh, what?
No
hate on Taco Bell.
All hate.
Look,
this man. Everybody loves Taco Bell. It's fucking horse meat.
It totally is. Look, nothing
delicious. I get it. Yeah,
nothing
but I
that
don't want
fills
it.
you up.
Yeah.
Nothing that fills you up for $1
It's
is good for you. Come
listen,
on,
Hunts, I get
we
it.
know what
Listen,
this is.
16-ounce Hunts can for $7.
All right,
I'm a trash. I'm a garbage. Look at me.
No, I get
am
it. Me
pure
too.
garbage.
But
there are like 3 things I can't do, and Taco Bell is
when the
definitely
world
one of them.
is closed and you're on the road,
That's
there's
fair.
2 things there for you:
Waffle
Waffle
House
and
and-
fourth meal, baby.
Yeah.
All right,
That's fair.
And one place you're gonna possibly get shot or stabbed at, and the other is Taco Bell.
So both
No, man, Taco Bell.
drive through.
Around here, yeah, you also might get.
Yeah,
Okay,
shot
fair
or
enough.
stab,
Fair
yeah.
enough. Fair enough around here. I haven't been to
Also,
like
if you go
Little Rock
west,
Taco
you
Bell.
got Jack in the Box, and they have the Munchie menu.
Oh, man.
That 3 a.m. bad boy.
See, I don't know about Jack in the Box, but like
Bro, hey,
Rally's rules.
let-
I had
oh.
to go ahead.
Riley's giving me food poisoning.
Oh,
me too. Yep, same. That's why I don't eat there anymore.
Oh, dude,
Same.
that's sad. Rally's
Big
rocks.
Buford got me. Goddamn, Big Buford got me, dude.
Big Beaver did it.
Oh, Big Boofy got me, man. I can't believe he missed all the years we spent together.
All that time.
No, like they have a burger. It's chicken and a burger
Hell yeah.
with French fries on it,
Sick.
and 3 different kinds of cheese.
Fuck yeah.
That's one. It's called the Munchie menu on purpose, and it comes with both kinds of fries, straight and curly. Dude, literally, it's like 4 something for this whole confection
dude.
of shit. And like it is also 100% garbage,
Oh,
like
yeah.
for sure. But the presentation is a little nicer than Taco Bell. Taco Bell's like, why does all of it smell like lettuce? I didn't even order anything with lettuce. The whole goddamn bag and car now smells like cheap lettuce.
Fuck yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Taco Bell's like, have your shit, pig.
Here's your slop, you fat piece of shit. Yeah, Taco Bell doesn't give a fuck. You know what? You're right. You sold me. You know what? All right, I'll stop hating on them. They know exactly what they're doing.
I'm getting some on the way home.
Uber.
Dude, fucking, you bring up rallies. It was somewhere in Tennessee. I stopped at a rallies. It was just
Checkers, right?
Yeah,
It's
Checkers
Checkers
out
Tennessee.
there.
Yeah,
But the same shit.
it is.
But it was Jake and I. It was like 2 a.m. We stopped by one, and they had like 3 cars ahead of us, but they were moving at the speed of fucking smell out there. Like, it was going really slow. And like, what's going on? The car in front of us, the lady that was driving it, just passed out. Like, fell asleep driving. Like, they were at the drive-through, ordered their food, pulled up another car, and
Get the fuck out of here.
so like Jake and I thought she fucking died.
Died? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I
we're
could
like,
see
this
that.
is a dead person.
For
so like,
sure, I could see
we're
that.
2 a.m, cracked out of our fucking minds.
Stuck in, too.
Oh yeah,
Every Taco Bell or the rallies because they got the split thing.
There's no
Yeah.
way down of it once
Yeah.
you made that decision.
yeah. We're in it to win it, and
Because
so
you can't even 4-wheel out of there because they got the dumb fucking awning with
Yeah.
with the bars and shit. So like damn.
yeah, dude. And so fucking the car ahead of us, the
Damn.
guy gets out and like goes to check on her
Uh-huh.
because like Jake and I are like, what do we do here? Like we're trying to like come up with game plans because we've been up for like a couple of days wrestling and going around, and we're like, we're
You're like,
cracked
what
out
do
of
we
our
do?
heads.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. God, I wish.
Yeah,
I don't got
right,
that. I don't
sometimes.
make that kind of money.
No.
But but I need like a good Coke. Like
I don't
pinky-
need to
pinky
make
nail.
that kind of money because I definitely will. And the
Oh, yeah.
personality I have, like I'll die.
Dude, I'm
For
going out
sure
like John
I'll die. Yeah,
Belushi
for sure.
immediately. Yeah,
I'm in
that-
the fucking hotel room, bubbles coming out of my mouth, Chris Farley style.
Oh,
like
same.
purple.
Yeah. Bro, the people that are like, oh, I can't believe he was caught with hookers and blow. I would never. I've also never had the opportunity.
I've also never been 19 with $20 million.
yeah.
But I've also never been 40 with $20 million. But here we are. Can I
Man.
please have $20 million?
Right? Oh
Like
my
I'll
God.
die right now. Let's go.
Dude, fuck yeah. But no, this dude fucking goes and wakes her up, and this woman just starts screaming him up, and they're like,
Mm-hmm.
"How don't you knock on my window, motherfucker?" And just like freaks
Okay,
out.
bitch.
And
How dare you?
Yeah, how
dude.
dare you?
And so that's rallies to me. That's what rallies is.
It's like drive through Waffle House.
Oh yeah.
I lost it. That was going to be funnier.
No,
I
no, you
stuttered.
got it.
Damn it.
I got a friend who works at a Waffle House, and she texted me the other day that there's like some crackhead tried to stab her.
Absolutely, yeah.
But
yeah,
like she,
for
one
sure.
of the it was like somewhere on West Markham or some shit like that. So like they don't open after a certain hour. They don't have the lobby open anymore.
Right.
You have to like order through a window and fuck off kind of thing.
That's like the Easy Mart. Same shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
he tried to some dude
Yeah.
tried to reach through the slot and be like, "Get here, buddy!" Like gesture.
That's when you bat him, bro. Like that video of that guy with the bat.
Oh shit! Yeah.
And he just turns that dude's arm into a fucking
yeah.
play toy.
It's just like
Yeah.
dude. Exactly
the,
that.
The Waffle House viral video that just came out with like
Unreal.
chair.
Unbelievable.
Oh my god.
She palmed an
Yeah.
aluminum chair,
Just-
threw it down, and
Yeah.
was like, "What, bitch?"
Are you done? Like
Dude, I don't
They
care.
fired her.
What?
Yes, she got fucking fired. Why?
God.
GoFundMe.
She should be the mascot of Waffle House.
She's a literal superhero. She palmed a fucking aluminum chair going 50
Yeah, dude.
and then threw it to the
And was
ground.
ready
like,
to
what?
fucking go.
Fake John Cena in it. Throw it
Yes.
in the chair.
I only saw the video once, and then I saw that, and I was like, did John Cena do that? I literally, it got me. Have you seen it?
No.
It's so real. I legit was like, oh, it must have been a thing.
Right.
My brain went,
Like,
this
this
is,
was a bit. And it's
this
like,
is-
no, someone just CGI'd that shit.
Yes.
It looks incredible.
That's scary. So like
my brain immediately thought, oh, it was a thing. I missaw what I saw because the fake was so good.
dude, that's like
That's terrifying.
yeah, that's haunting. Cause
Dude,
like
have you seen the speeches? The AI speeches, like the Obama speech
Oh,
and shit that's
yeah.
not real. He never gave the speech.
yeah, but it looks entirely
Haunting.
authentic.
It's
Yeah.
haunting.
No, it's insane because it's like so much of what we do now comes from
doomed.
like video
Yeah,
evidence.
we're doomed.
And now you can't even trust video evidence.
No. It'll have to be
Fuck.
fucking written down, like stenographer evidence. Like someone was there drawing the
No,
shit
dude,
out.
because then the stenographer's gonna be an AI one day.
That's right.
Fuck,
Why is that still a job?
Everything's gonna have to be notarized.
I know. Why is that still a job?
bro.
Dude, my phone does talk to text so good.
It's the one job robots haven't taken.
Yo,
yet.
have you? They haven't let them take because that's I mean that's done. Come on, I have had my phone on talking to it and the TV was on and it started saying what the
Like, imagine
TV
if
said.
Walmart
Oh,
could
man.
Just a little bit quicker.
Like imagine,
shit.
yeah. They'd still be out of a job.
It's still- no.
Yeah, they'd still have no job.
Oh, yeah.
It's all going away in the end, right?
Yeah. As Walmart, so fucking capitalist
we got?
America.
Are we? How long are we?
4 hours.
Oh God!
Are you serious?
No, we're at 2 hours and 49 minutes.
I was like,
I
whoa!
was like, damn, I'm in trouble.
I'm not going to band practice.
Yeah.
It already happened.
Yeah, and I definitely have to bounce all this down.
Yeah, we're at 2:49. It's 3:44.
Oh
Oh
shit!
shit! All right.
Plug all your stuff again this Friday.
This
Saturday.
Saturday,
I'm an idiot.
February 4th at Vino's. We've got pro wrestling. We've got music. It's going to be a party. Come eat some pizza. Come drink some fucking colds. Hang out with your friends. It'll be a great time.
And if you're up by the thing, you might just get a free cold one.
That's true.
Buddy and Chris are definitely going to give you a free beer.
In the main event, while we have Georgia wrestlers, they're wrestling Hell Patrol. And Hell Patrol, they're going to give you a beer.
That's true.
That's just how it is.
And it is going to be electrifying.
Oh, yeah.
Do not miss out. How much is it? It's 12 and 12.
It's 12 and 12 or 20 for both.
Do the 20 for both.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
ridiculous.
It's
'Cause
a no-brainer.
That band is a stacked lineup, like the show.
What a punchy.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Buy two, get one punchy.
Hey, there we go. Buy two, get a punchy, and then treat yourself. Get a
Let
slice
them
of
know
pizza.
your Instagram and stuff like that.
Oh, dude, at that guy William Blackwell is my Instagram. At Uncaged Will is my Twitter, but I don't use that shit except for porn anyway. So it is what it is.
You know what? Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening.